Terrible mindset. Who's good, Mars? How you been? How was today's episode?
I mean, the title was about the Rockets, but we spoke about us for about 10 minutes. That was unfortunate.
The title was about how you feel about the Rockets. They're 6-3 right now, bro.
I'm happy.
They're on a
a
6-game winning streak, right?
Yeah, but we have the Clippers on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And I assume the Clippers are going to end their losing streak against us, which is going to trigger me.
Listen, I mean, I'm glad you brought up I'm glad you brought up the Clippers, and
You're
that's
welcome.
a crazy coincidence because we got to talk about that cancer and James Harden. You know what my main issue is, and I was telling you last night, Pauls.
Mm-hmm.
My issue is the whole world is so quick to label Kyrie Irving as a cancer, Kyrie Irving as a detriment to his team, Kyrie Irving has all of these negative things, but James Harden does not get this same tax. James Harden does not get the same type of criticism. It doesn't make sense to me. The man has gotten everything he's wanted for his whole entire career and still has had problems with it. He still has found a way to not be happy. Chris Paul, he got rid. Let's be real. He's the reason why Chris Paul got out of there in Houston after 2 seasons. He was the reason. Get Russ, doesn't work. Oh, I got to get up out of here. Then, don't get me wrong, him leaving Houston, especially with the team they had, I'm not too mad at him, right? But you literally got rid of your teammate in Chris Paul, where you guys were challenging the likes of the Golden State Warriors, but you still wanted him out of there. Brooklyn Nets, he don't get too much hate for that, and I don't understand why. The man was in a winning scenario. What, you're upset because KD and Kyrie got hurt and everything, so you just didn't want to go through it? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard, if I'm gonna be honest. That's the dumbest thing. Mars, I'm a cold-blooded worker, bro. If I sit here and you have to be out, or this guy has to be out, I'm gonna still show up to do my job. If you have valid reasonings on, yeah, bro, I'm hurt or I'm sick, I can't really be here for this amount of time. Got the other dude next to me. Oh, yeah, I got some things going on with the state. I can't really be here. Okay, cool. It's no problem. I'm going to show up to work. I'm gonna hold it down for us, bro. I'm going to do my job. Now, James Harden, and it's so annoying, Mars. It took so long for James Harden to get this cancer label. Why did it wait till now when they're on a 5-game losing streak with the Los Angeles Clippers?
4-game losing streak.
5. No, 5.
4.
Oh, wait. The Lakers. My bad. He wasn't there on the Lakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my bad. 4-game losing streak. So, bro, why did it have to wait till now for y'all to see who this man is? Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. But Kyrie Irving, a man who has religiously been loved by every single one of his teammates. Every single one of his teammates has no problem with him, loves him. He's a cancer. He's the cancer, but not James Harden.
So is there a problem with Kyrie being called a cancer or James Harden not being called a cancer?
It's with Kyrie being called a cancer and nobody. It's really my issue with Kyrie.
So if no one called Kyrie a cancer, would you be this animated about James Harden?
No.
Oh,
but my issue is the inconsistency that people have towards people and that they can't see the light. And this man, oh wow. And this man, Kyrie Irving, and this is the thing, I'm going to defend this. I'll defend this to the very end. What makes Kyrie Irving a cancer? I don't understand it. Cleveland, he just wanted out of Cleveland. He just wanted to move on from Cleveland because he knew damn well LeBron was going to leave. Let's be honest, chat. Let's be honest. LeBron was going to leave after 2018, regardless if Kyrie was staying there or not. And they were not going to beat the Golden State Warriors. Let's be real. He left before LeBron James left. That's what he did. That's not cancerous. He just left before LeBron left. That's not. Because if that's the case, let's be real, Mars. If that's the case, just leaving teams and stuff, oh man, I'm gonna be nasty. Was KD cancerous?
I wouldn't. No, I'm not calling Kyrie. I'm not calling anyone a cancer. But what is cancerous about what Kyrie did in Cleveland is when he's threatened to have season-ending surgery if they didn't trade him. That's cancerous. Not him asking out, but him saying, "Hey, if you don't trade me, I'm gonna get surgery, so I can't play." That's cancerous. That's what the problem is, I guess. Not him asking out. That was the cancerous behavior.
When people bring that up, I'll be like, okay, that's fine. Well, a lot of people don't bring that up. They just get mad that he sit here just wanted to leave their king, LeBron Ramon James. I'm serious. So you're the main person that really brought that up, Mars. I have nothing to attest to that. But nobody says that shit. And then again in Boston, let's be real. In Boston, there's been complete turmoil in terms of the locker room all across the board and the coaching. And Kyrie gets labeled a cancer for that too. Shit doesn't make sense. Your Dame take is looking bad, Dub. Greek is carrying. Oh my God. You know what's so funny? How many games did they win without Damian Lillard?
Did they win?
No.
Oh.
So Damian Lillard just being there, hey, it helps, man. It helps to win games, bro. He's the ball handler of the crew. He is the ball handler of the crew, though. Like I need the ball out of Giannis's hands, bro. Especially late game. Nah, bro. I'm not hearing that. I'm not seeing that. Even not the Pacers game. What was the game after the Pacers game, Mars? I forgot. They lost. Orlando. Like, bro, even though like he was playing very well, bro, the man had like 7 or 8 turnovers. Like, come on, bro. Like,
it happens.
Bro.
It happens.
It
Your boy Wemby had 7 turnovers.
Hey. He went up against the greatest Miami defense now, and Bam Adebayo, the greatest defender in the league, bro. What are we talking about?
Okay, my fault.
Hey, you see? Not the Orlando. For what I'm saying?
No, you need to stop chatting again.
You're driving. You're going to get in trouble again.
Oh, he's driving. Oh, Brax, you driving, bro. I can't have you.
I just got home. I literally just got home.
Oh, you're home? You're home? Cool.
Yeah, I'm good.
You can't have you driving.
So it sounds like
how do I do
Dub, it sounds like you have a problem with the use of narratives in basketball talk as opposed to James Harden himself. That what sounds like.
You said what?
I said it sounds like you have a problem with it sounds like you have a problem with the idea, the inconsistency of narratives used in basketball talk in opposed to James Harden in general. Because I'm be honest with you, this Clippers thing, the reason why they lose is not because of James Harden. To be honest with you,
oh my God, 30.
So you gonna calm down? You gonna calm down?
For this nigga, man.
So you gonna calm down? You gonna wait for my take?
No, dog. Stop capping for James Harden, bro.
Please.
So what's cap? Hold on. So it's cap for me to say. It's cap for me to say that regardless of James Harden being there or not, Paul George and Kawhi have been playing like shit the last 5 games. It's cap for me to say that regardless of James Harden being there or not. Hold on. Let me finish.
Do you think Harden
regardless of James Harden
has been playing like crap?
Exactly. Regardless of James Harden being there, they still give up too many offensive rebounds. They give up their transitions and defense in offense is shit, and they get too much turnovers. So last time I checked, that's not all James Harden.
Was it like that before James Harden got there?
Yes, it was.
Would you say this H30? Because this is what I really think it is. That it's like growing pains. They got James Harden, so now it's they need to build more continuity with each other. They're just not used to playing with each other at this very moment.
That's part of it too. That's the thing about narratives, Dub. Like I don't know why people think like 2K. People think because you put a more talented team together, they're supposed to work it out within weeks. No, shit takes time. And I'm saying this. Even if that offense works out, the Clippers still have to make more moves if they have any hopes of winning a championship. Zubac is cooked. They depth in the front court is cooked. And last thing too, they don't have anyone consistent on their bench that's reliable enough that's going to give you adequate playmaking and scoring. So there's other
Steph
things besides James Harden's acquisition.
Breaking news: Steph Curry is not playing against the Timberwolves.
Watch the Warriors win, and I'm gonna push some.
It don't matter. For MVP,
If Klay Thompson goes off, Mars, Hey, I need some
And
cams on in the
speaking of playing like shit,
Klay Thompson
speaking of playing like shit.
50 and I would not change.
Yeah, but Clay said he had a bad first 10 games, so he's gonna have an elite second 10 games. That's what he said. So
That doesn't work.
He
Clay
doesn't
about
do
have
that.
40, 9
Clay
made threes.
getting me tight. I'm not gonna lie because now he's buying into his own hype. It's like, bro, you got to.
He don't believe.
He been
in
bought
shit.
into his own hype.
I know,
Man,
but
that
like,
nigga Klay, that nigga Klay nickname.
Clay will shoot 10 games, going 7 for 906 from 3.
Man,
Have one
listen.
game where he's 5 for 9, and I see. I just have to.
He's
lock in,
back.
man. I'm
That
back.
nigga
And then go
Klay,
9 for
new
700
nickname
again.
is Laundry Mat. That nigga washed.
Klay is literally destroying the team. He's sabotaging the offense.
And then every
I ain't
good
never
game
seen
he
niggas
has
so
after
washed in
hear
my
from
life.
the Clay fanboys talking about, what are you saying now, Mars? Look, Clay went 10 for 19 from 3. What are you saying? And then he's going to go 6 for 19 the next game, and it's going to be crickets.
Do people still call Clay 3 and D?
He's
Man,
not.
stop it.
well, he's
there is
definitely
no-
three.
He's just number 11 at this point.
Nah, he barely three.
He's just
He is
number
barely
11.
Nah,
Hey,
Philip, he's
barely
not making his threes. It's crazy.
That nigga nickname Laundry Mat, man. That nigga washed.
He's just Luke Kennard right now, and he's not even shooting like Luke
He
Kennard.
ain't even Luka Kennard.
Luke
Don't
Kennard. He Max
disrespect Luka
Strus.
Kennard
Let's
like
be
that.
honest. He Max Strus.
So
Yeah,
when
he is Max
He's
Strus.
making 35 million.
He is. That's a good one.
Mars, I asked you
Clay
this before.
offensive.
Damn, that was a crazy. I think that was early again. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, couldn't have been. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, my bad. But I do want to ask, and Mars, I think we talked about this on Discord, and I want to say this on Open Gym. Stephen Curry, when Stephen Curry struggles, because I still think like Stephen Curry, like this is like his peak right here. But so in my head is like, let's say if he doesn't have that postseason translation that everybody will want from him because of the lack of pieces that he has on his side. Will we therefore say that this is not his peak because of the postseason translation?
Nah, because this game don't change.
You said what?
His game don't change. It's his team. He's still doing what he's supposed to be doing. You put Steph at this stage of his career, you put him anywhere, they winning. Like he's that good. His team just up.
But if he doesn't perform to his regular season standards in the playoffs, is what Dub's at. You saying because last year he did it.
But he
Last
had
year he
drop
did
in
or didn't?
2016.
He did
had
it.
a drop in
He did.
2016.
Well, I mean, he had a good series against the Kings, but against us, he was struggling.
Even
So
against the
Mars,
Kings, he was
I'm
consistent.
asking you.
But the question isn't for me because I don't think this is Steph's peak. That's the discussion we had already. So I'm not going to downgrade his peak because he struggles in the playoffs because I don't think this is his
Screw the peak. Screw the peak.
But he's in his prime.
Stephen Curry as a player. Stephen
Mhm.
Curry, and that's really the main point.
Okay.
Stephen Curry as a player. Are we going to sit here and act as if Stephen Curry is not that caliber of guy just because he doesn't have the postseason translation because of the scenario in which he's a part of?
It depends on how much he struggles. Like Steph right now, statistically, is like 30 on plus 10 efficiency. If he goes to the playoffs and it's 22 on plus 2, regardless of your teammates, that's a cause for concern. But if he's like 20, if he's like 31 on plus 4, like I don't think that means much. I think you're naturally going to be less efficient in the playoffs. Steph Curry always is naturally less efficient than he was in the regular season. So I don't think that's too much varied from the norm. But if
Be a dropper. It's just like how much you drop and where you drop, how much you drop it from.
it's how much you drop is against the defenses you drop against, and then I think it's the context on
I
which
think
how
that's
you
because
drop.
the glasses.
It's
I
on
just
the
have my mic
Lakers
on mute.
series. The Lakers series
is it me?
to me because there's variance in everything. Playoff series is going to have more variance than anything because the series are shorter, so you have less of a sample size. You could just have a shooting slump for 5 games and have an inefficient series. Do I think Steph struggled against the Lakers entirely because the Lakers just locked him up? No. Do I think it played a part? Yes. But I think a lot of the open threes he missed were just shots that he'd normally make that he just missed. I think that's variance. So it also depends on the context of how they struggle.
There's another
Like for example, KD against Boston, you could see that was a defense scheming against him and he struggled. So you
there's
put
another
more weight
factor
in that
here.
than if KD just misses wide open shots he's accustomed to making and he misses them. That's just
But
like
the defense can affect you into you missing open shots. So if you're not getting into a rhythm within the game, like even the ones that you get open, you tend to miss them because you're not in rhythm. But also just also a quick update. it's a developing story. Shams just tweeted that there are multiple teams looking into Zach LaVine. Increased openness on both sides. So Chicago's also opening up to trading him right now. So yeah, Lakers make the call.
Oh,
No, shut up.
we don't even.
Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Bro.
Miami
Alex
needs him.
Caruso.
Miami.
Miami. Let's go. Let's go.
Miami.
I'm not trying to hear no Lakers.
What are you gonna
Hey,
do?
Dub, but we get Zach LaVine, I'm talking crazy.
I need
Get
that.
Tyler
bro.
Hero the fuck up out of here.
I love that. I'm not gonna lie. But
okay,
Mars,
I want to say something about Curry. It is
this is. Oh, go ahead, Amir.
okay. Yeah, I think the thing is, I think Curry's game is unquantifiable by numbers because sometimes he plays really well, and him not getting the shots is the reason the team is winning. Because sometimes they double team him without the ball, which is something that is only done for him, really. And then the other players on the team are winning, even though he's not getting that many shots. And because the sample size is so small, it's really hard to know if he was really not playing well or his numbers were just low because the other team decided to live and die by how the other players on the Warriors are going to play.
Let's be real, Dub. You watch the games this season. They winning games because of him, dog. And when he doesn't play well, they get blown the fuck out.
And I wanted to say this, especially against the Lakers, because the Lakers, especially for his scoring, it doesn't look that appealing. But I thought that he actually played a very good series against the Lakers. It's just he didn't have that much to operate with because it was.
Mind you, Dub, this is the most. That was the most I've ever seen him like play actual point guard and be on ball.
He had a great point guarding series. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, he had to be he had to go back to like Mark Jackson days to get in that series.
Nah, he was doing his stuff. So I actually did like what I see from that.
My whole 8, 9, 10 assists.
And my whole thing is like the thing that I see happens a lot with players and mainly Low because he'll be like, oh yeah, this guy struggled here, so he's not the same. No, like I don't believe that. I think Stephen Curry, if you think he's a top 3 or like top 4, because Luka's just ascending crazy right now. But if you think he's a top 3 player like last season, I would assume, despite if he struggles in the postseason, you would hold that same level of consistency because you can clearly see that Stephen Curry is not the reason why he's struggling, or it's really the pieces around him, where especially in the postseason, where I've said it last year, I'm going to say it again, he's probably not going to be that great in the postseason. And if he is that great in the postseason, I'm going to be like, dang, Steph Curry, this is really his fucking peak. But if he doesn't perform well, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, Steph is not the same, or Steph is not top 3.
Riddell, I broke that
It's
like, nah,
Steph
it's
minutes
like
ago. Catch up, buddy.
We have to watch.
You think Luka top 3 this year?
Yo, Luka may be
Who's your
top
top 3?
2, bro.
Luka may be top 2.
Who's your top 5 this year?
You got Jokic, Luka, Curry, Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Number 5
Oh, wait. Are we doing overall as a player, just who's been performing? Because we just do.
You know how people, Dub, you know how people do. When they say this year, they mean within these last 10, 11 games.
Yeah, they mean the 10 games.
Okay.
He knew that.
So those are the top.
So far this season.
You know about Giannis over Embiid. You know about to do that.
Joel Embiid has been balling. Embiid, yep.
So top 5. Who the top 5?
Is Luka? Is Jokic, Luka, Steph, Embiid? Who's that 5th spot though?
Tatum.
Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum been up and down again. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie.
Tatum
You
just
gotta
had
put in that conversation, though.
6
Not
and
gonna cap.
7, and had
Jay-
14
in that
and
conversation.
4.
I guess JT could go in there. I guess JT could go in
actually-
there.
I'm
actually
so
would say-
I'm
Dub, you gotta
so
put-
I'm
Dub, you
so
gotta put in this conversation.
I'm so
gotta put
sick
in
of
that
this
conversation.
Anthony Edwards disrespect, dog. I'm tired of y'all shit, dog. I'm so tired of y'all.
Yeah, you gotta put
Anthony Edwards disrespect, dog.
SGA.
I'm so tired,
SGA
dog.
has
I'm
been
tired of
pretty
it,
good.
dog. Y'all love y'all
SGA
foreigns
play
like they
SGA play
females,
many
dog. Y'all love some foreigns, dog. I swear to God, man. Y'all, man, all right, man. Don't worry about it. And show y'all niggas this shit.
This is
And gonna show you
xenophobia.
niggas this shit.
This is
And gonna show you
niggas this
xenophobia,
shit.
bro. This is crazy.
And
That's
we'll show you niggas this shit. I'm talking about
Early,
29, 6 and 5. I'm tired of y'all, dog. I'm tired of y'all,
Early.
dog.
Part of Ed being that
I need
discussion
Cams
is
in
his
the background.
improvement in scoring. That's part of his improvement. But I'm saying to Dub, we just going by these 10 games. Ant is definitely in that conversation. Not just not just an
He
improvement
damn
from last season, but
near 36-6.
well, yeah, I'm
And they
yeah.
are one of the best teams in the West.
It's a lot of
They
players.
spanking everybody that we love.
No, I'm saying a lot of
Boston,
players we play by the
Nuggets.
first 10 games.
It's a lot of players doing that. Bro, Anthony Davis has been a
Shay's
top 5
doing
player
that.
so far this year.
But when you actually watch the games, Anthony Edwards' impact is way different. Like if you actually watch the game, not just reading the stats, his impact is crazy.
Oh
dog.
wait, no. Edwards got impact, but let's not act as if AD don't got crazy impact too. Like,
yeah, but we just go
But it's AD looking better than
Anthony Davis is our whole defense. He's our whole defense, bro.
even then, y'all defense
Cam Reddish. I'm gonna put some respect on Cam Reddish's name. But AD,
when he plays, when they be put him out of lineup because he ain't making shit.
That's cool. Don't worry about it. I'll be the only nigga sitting here pushing this Ant train, and that's cool. Because at the end, I will be the last one.
I don't even know, but I don't even know if Ant is playing better than Shea this year, though. But Ant's
Here we go.
You out your mind. You out your mind. Because not only is that, at the end of the game, Ant taking your best player one-on-one, and he's saying, "Beat me." And he's saying, "Beat me."
It's still McDaniels.
He's on Curry at the end of the game. He's on Tatum at the end of the game.
What Shea's doing right now is insane. Like this is insane what he's doing. Not gonna hold you. Like that triple pull. Oh my god, I love seeing it every time, bro. Woo! Love that mid-range shit, bro. That shit go crazy.
If Devin
bro.
Booker could be on the floor, I would also still be putting him above.
There it is. There it is.
Nah, we could forget about Devin Booker right now.
You know what's so special about Shea? What's so special about Shea?
I will stand on my own. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. I'm gonna stand on business about Ant. Don't worry about it.
What you about to say, bro?
Yeah, I was gonna say what's so special about Shea is he has all of this like responsibility in offense, and yet he plays defense like there's no tomorrow. Like the dude plays really, really hard on defense. And I know
but people don't give Shea the two-way credit.
Ant has improved. Hey man, Michael Rappaport. Stop being disrespectful, dog. You're being real disrespectful, dog.
Year, but Shea has been doing that, and he's like one of the best defenders in the league.
And on-ball defense is Michael Jordan-like, dog. Have y'all seen him getting his stats? It's ridiculous. Oh, hey, go run the film. Go run the film. Even last year against LeBron.
There's a lot of
even last year against LeBron couldn't do nothing with him.
He's not the best on-ball defender on his team.
Great yapping.
Michael Jordan wasn't even. Michael Jordan was so we're gonna give him we're gonna take it against him that he got a Scottie Pippen on his team? That's crazy. Wow.
You know what?
Wow.
The thing he got in common with Michael Jordan is that he has two better defenders on his team.
Facts.
And they got Rudy
What are we doing? When Ant top 3 in MVP, he top 3 MVP. When he first team all NBA and first team all defense, then y'all know.
We're real talk as a Tatum. Fan, I thought you understand.
Over who?
Real talk as a Tatum fan, I thought you understand. Despite being on the floor with other elite defenders, you can still depict.
I do understand.
You can still depict.
But he just
you
said
still
Michael
depict what an
Jordan.
individual player does.
He said Michael Jordan.
Oh no, I ain't say that shit. I said that shit.
Okay, so yeah.
We're talking about defending at a high level and being a 30-point scorer. Like, come on, dog. What we talking about, dog?
He just did that last year.
And did y'all know that any of y'all watch? And here's another funny thing. Do any of y'all watch Winning Time? Any of y'all watch Winning Time before?
No.
Well, it's canceled, so yeah, I watched it until it got canceled.
Y'all know they was gonna have Ant play Michael Jordan, right? That's why he cut his head. That dead ass serious.
What does that prove?
Okay, what does
it
that
just proves that? It just proves that the world sees him the same way I see him. That's all it proves.
And
Ray Allen with Jesus
they look similar.
in a commercial before.
Yo.
What's good, Crunch Time?
Cat has been really good in
You see me, bro?
too.
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, I hear you.
I just wanted to say, bro. I mean, I told everybody that Luka, bro. I think Luka the best in the league, bro. What y'all think about that?
He not. I'm getting tired of that.
I was saying that coming in.
He got an argument.
Debatable.
Playing the best.
I was saying that
playing the
coming in.
best right now.
But aren't you a
Let's say
winning
that
guy?
we
So
know
Jokic will be.
No. He been pushing Luka propaganda for like as long as.
Yeah, he been put like.
I remember that. No, I remember, but
when
know
Luka
you're a
and
winning
Kyrie
guy.
got together, I'm pretty sure he said they were winning the chip.
Yeah, but he said Steph ran
he
the
definitely said that,
2010.
boss.
He said Steph ran the
Mr.
2010. So it's like because of the winning. So I don't know why Jokic is not the best player for him.
Well, I mean, listen, man. Listen, I'm a changed man about a lot of my takes, bro.
Wow.
But I do believe that about Steph. But as far I'm talking about my approach to the game, bro, is different.
Bro,
this
why,
season,
bro?
Listen, Luka. Hold on. I
No,
was gonna say this is the only thing I wanted to say, bro, for the stream, right? Luka's the best in the league right now, and it's proof in the pudding. And I do believe that LeBron James.
What?
Hold on, I do believe LeBron James is second, bro, right now.
Wait, what?
God.
Wait. Hold on, wait.
Yeah, so all he said.
He's not.
Let's
good.
Thank you. To
let's-
justify, you know what you're talking about.
Let's stay on this Luka thing because there's some super chats is related to the topic. Andra, 15789,
on that foreign nigga dick.
32.6, 8.4, 8.5, and 66% true shooting, elite one-on-one defense. It's Luka's league. LDN Hoops with another one. Dub, Luka has defended the most ISO possessions in the NBA this season, and in those possessions, opposing teams are scoring just 0.83 points per possession.
Looking at
Hey,
Where do you find those statistics?
Bro,
I think NBA.
I was
dot
gonna
com.
say crazy.
No.
He the most
Clean
unguardable.
the glass.
I
Clean
got
the
him over
glass, man.
Jokic. I got him over Jokic right now, slightly. Like I just mean as far as talent. I mean, Jokic got the throne right now.
has bro blinked since he's been.
You said what, bro?
He blinked twice.
I'm talking about bottom right.
Hey,
Yeah,
Johnny,
I know
man.
what you're talking about. He blinked twice. He blinked twice.
Oh my God, from the UK, man.
Yeah, I don't worry about.
Oh no, but listen, hey Dub, I did want to ask y'all this though, bro. Why is
Don't worry
everybody?
about that, though.
Hey, look, yo, can I ask the panel a question? Why does everybody blame Harden the most for what happened in Philly last year?
Because it's his
Because
fault.
it's James Harden.
I don't think we blame him for last year. We just blame him for what he's been doing this year.
I blame him this year, but I'm saying last year I think.
And I blame him for holding Maxie back. I blame him for that too.
No,
I
but I think
You
I
can't
think last
blame
year,
him for that, though.
Listen. I'm about to say
Yeah, I
Harden.
do.
Listen,
I do.
I'm
It
about to
wasn't
save
the way.
Harden legacy. I'm about to save Harden legacy.
Shot
I think
blocking.
last season.
Save
Last
Harden's
season.
legacy.
You heard the cock blocking. He was shot blocking.
Last season, he got way too much flack, bro. He dropped 2 40-point games to help Embiid out in the playoffs, and Embiid had a bad game 7 too. He was the MVP. Why is everybody looking at Harden like he was the main option? That's what
They
I
looked
want.
at both of them. They were both getting cooked.
Crunch, how many games did Harden play in total last year for the playoffs?
You said how many games did he play?
He played all of the games. So how many? 7, and I think it was a sweep. So what? That's 11 games.
Yeah, and then Embiid was the one that was hurt. Harden was getting
Okay. Crunch. Out of those 11 games, you said how many of those games, to your opinion, were good? Just
Thank you.
The games that he needed to be good, he was good. Remember, hold on.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm asking.
Whatever happened. Listen.
No, you need to be good every game.
No, listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
No,
Listen.
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Listen. Listen, right?
But
whatever happened in the first round.
Go ahead.
Whatever happened in the first round doesn't matter because they won that, so they made it through that, right?
What? It doesn't matter.
No, listen. No, listen. I'm talking about like as far as like their overall success. In the second round, Embiid was out in game 1. Harden dropped 40 and hit the game winner. You can check that box. That's what he was supposed to do if Harden goes. If coincidentally, if Embiid goes down, that's great news, right?
What happened?
That's a fact. But crunch. Once again, we know about the 40-point games. Out of 11 games, can you keep dodging the question? How
Not
many
even
of those
that.
games did he play good?
Since he don't want to count the Brooklyn Nets, keep it on Boston. Out of those 2 games,
Yeah, I was about to do that. That was the big next thing. But I want Crunch to be honest.
All right, so this is the question, right? So basically, y'all want him to go off 3.
No.
Y'all want him. No, I'm saying like y'all want him to win most of the games for the 76ers.
No.
He already won them 2 games.
No.
But look,
No. We want him to
We just want him to play well. That's what we want to do.
be a little more
Play
consistent.
well.
I'm saying he won.
Out of 11 games.
No, all I'm saying is, bro, he won them 2 games. The other 2 games, so Embiid is supposed to be there doing the same thing. What if Embiid would have dropped 40 in game 7?
But Crunch, I thought we were talking about James Harden.
No, but I'm
Out of
saying
those
like
11 games, you only been mentioning 2. No, Crunch, that's the problem. James Harden getting slapped for what he did in the playoffs because you just acknowledged out of those 11 games, you only can talk about 2 of them.
But my problem is that
That's
everybody wanted him to take a step back and play behind.
He did.
Right. And that's what he did. So I feel as though
G-Mag got cooked on Jordan. Ain't
no,
been
I'm saying,
back
I feel as
since.
though for y'all. Now I understand he played shitty. I understand he played terribly. No, listen, I understand he played real shitty. Like we didn't ask him to play shitty. Like he definitely could have played substantially.
The
but
bar,
I think,
the
but I
bar,
think even if,
the bar for James Harden shouldn't be in the last 3 games, 13 points on 31 from the field and 15% from 3.
That's bad from
Like that,
anybody.
but the
Fuck James
bar
Harden.
was
That's bad from
He
anybody.
took that too
but
then
Dub,
the
serious.
2
remember though,
games, then the 2
but,
games
but that
after he
wasn't
was 14.
necessarily.
What you mean? That's on him.
No, the bar was set lower than what he did though. Everybody didn't even think he was gonna
And he
drop
still
40
went
at all.
lower.
No, I'm saying nobody thought he was gonna have no 40-point games that series.
The
So then
40-point games doesn't excuse.
That's
So
not
this
the
this
point.
is the thing that James Harden. You had really good games, the 40-point games in Boston. Then the
Right.
game two and game 3, he was 14 points on 17 from the field and 15 from 3. So he went
You gotta
from really,
understand.
really good games to damn near all-time like bad games for James Harden in
I
the
think-
same series. So no, the 40-point
I think it was
games,
Embiid's
the 40
fault.
the 40 point
I
the
think it was
40 point.
Embiid's fault.
It's not
Remember,
Embiid's fault that the
when-
man's making
remember
5
when-
shots
when-
in 2
when
games.
Harden,
bro.
because when
How is
Harden,
that
'cause when
Embiid's fault?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because when Embiid was out, this floor was spaced a little bit more, and that's why Harden was able to cook. Now Harden is supposed to be able to adjust when he comes back, but we still got to look at Embiid. Like the
I
same
seen James
problem
Harden
arises.
passing up
The
wide
same
open
problem
lanes.
arises with Embiid.
Dude,
Listen,
look
everybody,
at
Bro, the
everybody
cap y'all
listen
behind
right
for
now.
James Harden,
Listen,
dog, is
I'm gonna
fucking
say this real quick,
disgusting,
right?
dog.
Man, that's
Everybody
my
thinks
boy.
Philly-
Y'all love
look, everybody
protecting
thinks
this
I
man
love
for
to
no
like
reason.
defend that nigga,
Listen,
dog.
Like,
everybody
we're
thinks
always
Philly.
protecting
Everybody
this
thinks
man.
Philly is gonna do it this year. They not gonna do it because I don't trust Embiid, bro. The same thing gonna happen. Then they gonna make another excuse for him, bro, because he's Joel Embiid. I don't know why they trying to turn it to
Hey, Crunch.
that.
Hey, Crunch. Speaking of
Yeah,
No, hold
Embiid,
on.
Crunch. Hold on, Crunch. Speaking of Embiid, what, how many games did he miss in the playoffs last year?
Against Boston.
No, in general.
I mean,
Click
he
the
missed a
link,
lot, right?
G-Mac.
And James
missed
Harden
2.
had spacing with Embiid.
No. I got you, though. He missed 2. So, Crunch, you already gave us what he did in the game against Boston. What he did in that other game when Embiid wasn't there.
Bro, the other game against Boston.
It wasn't against Boston. He only missed 1 game against Boston. He
Okay,
missed
so
1 game
against
against the
Brooklyn.
Nets.
So against
What
Brooklyn,
did
they
he
won the
do
series.
against the Nets when Embiid wasn't there?
So against Brooklyn, he won the series. So
No, what
at
did
the
he
end of the-
do? No,
but
yeah,
at
the
hold
team
on.
won. What
At the
did
end
he
of the
do?
day, no, listen. At the end of the day, that's first round, bro. They knew they was gonna win that series, bro. We need to start like, bro.
Oh,
Like, it's
then
not that
yeah,
serious.
now we're moving the
So
No, I'm
goalposts.
he's not
saying
going to answer the
it's just
question.
not
He's not
that
going to
All
answer the
right,
serious,
question.
though. I'm saying it's just not that
He's not going to
serious,
answer the
though,
question.
right? So then look,
It ain't that serious. Okay, all
look
right.
at the second round, though, right? What did Embiid? Let me ask y'all this question: what did Embiid do in Game 7?
And B was
Same
also
thing
No,
as
hurt.
he
Harden.
was
He
ass.
was hurt.
He was
No,
ass.
he
hurt.
wasn't
He
hurt
did the
because
same
he
thing
only
as
had.
Harden.
Time out.
He was ass when he was hurt.
Hold on. He wasn't hurt because he had 34 in the other game that series.
Still was hurt. That's just a good
Oh man,
performance.
see, but this is what I'm saying, right? The energy is no
But wasn't
excuse.
B not hurt though? I'm
There's
saying
no
no excuse. I'm
excuse
just saying he was
energy.
hurt.
There's no energy going towards Harden for his excuses, though. He got no excuses, right? But at first, right? But then, like everybody blamed Kyrie for Brooklyn, right? Which I disagree with
Nigga
that.
Crunch.
We already know what happened when he was in Houston. The fact he had to play against the Golden State Warriors. So I mean, listen, you had referees cheating.
For those
Kevin
who
Durant was
don't
out.
You do know he
know,
was
for
hurt
those
though,
who
right?
don't, hold on,
Starting.
but Crunch.
Hold on.
No,
Crunch,
last
you
thing,
do know
last
he
thing,
was hurt.
I should
last
sue
thing.
the NBA. I should
This
sue
last
the
thing,
NBA.
because Crunch,
Listen,
hold
bro.
on, real quick, bro. Real quick.
I should sue
Because
the
to your
NBA
point.
for that
No,
false
Crunch,
call against
to your
KD.
point, bro. It's related to what you said, bro. To your point. You said when Embiid wasn't there, Harden
Just
stepped
getting
up.
the trash.
You
shit
said
too,
when
man.
Harden stepped up when the game they needed to most. So in that other game, which is game 4 against the Brooklyn Nets, when Embiid wasn't there, James Harden performed like shit. He had 17 points on 22% from the field, bro.
Okay. So guess what, right? You just named that bad game. Then I can name the other.
No, I'm acknowledging what you're saying, bro.
Directly to what you said, bro. Then
Go
I
ahead.
can just name a game when Embiid played bad. But at the end of the day, the series against the Brooklyn Nets is not that dire of a situation. When you playing against the Celtics, bro, Embiid, guess what? James Harden got you 2 games in the bag. Like going into the series, niggas would have bet 50,000 on Philly.
Some guys, man.
Embiid won the MVP. I'm hearing people talk about
Salute to y'all.
that guy that gave a speech against James Harden. He's talking about, yo, you teamed up with the MVP. All right, if I'm with the MVP, why is he playing bad in Game 7? Why y'all want me to play good in Game 7? I thought y'all wanted me to take a step back.
What?
No, I'm saying, listen,
Oh
hold on, time out. I thought they wanted him to take a step back. Now they want him to save the day. But he did save the day in 2 games, though.
He
So
got
at
a
the end of the day,
point.
man, listen,
The issue is that you're missing is like, yes, he had the 40-point games. That was great. The issue with James Harden is that does not excuse that you also had 1, 2, 3, 4 all-time historic bad games from James Harden. He had in the last 2 games, he only made 7 shots in the last 2 games. That's almost 83 minutes he played. He only generates 7 shots.
So
Then in game 2 and game 3, 72 minutes played, he can only make 5 shots.
You have
There's
to
no way.
understand.
No, it ain't no. You have to understand.
No, you have to
something.
understand this,
You're
right?
playing. No, you're playing next to Joel Embiid, and even though I can understand that he's not playing well, mainly because he is hurt. You need to understand that he is hurt as well. He had the spacing there. He was passing up open layups. He was missing open shots. That's what James Harden was doing. I'm not excusing him. There's no way you're gonna excuse him for playing like that just because he had 2 really good 40-point games.
No, I'm not excusing them games.
That's what you are. That's what
I'm saying is I expected some of them games from Harden, like some of them bad games, but you have to understand, like, if James Harden dropped 16, that's the same thing Ben Simmons was doing anyway. And Ben Simmons can't.
Yes,
can't
and they traded. They traded for James Harden.
That's why they got James Harden.
That's why they didn't. If they wanted James Harden to be Ben Simmons, they would have never made the trade. They wanted him to be better than that.
All right. So let's say if Harden played amazing in Game 7, what if Embiid still dropped 15?
Then the blame is on Embiid.
But Embiid did drop 15 though.
Did James Harden? What James Harden
saying? So at the end of the day, why can't we still just blame Embiid? It's his team.
They have held them both under the limelight and under their fire, and they both deserve blame.
You guys are holding James Harden to a higher standard in the league.
But it could be. It could be Embiid team,
and even then,
Harden is.
Isn't he a former league MVP?
But
screw the MVP. Embiid got blamed for it, but also I could consider the fact that Embiid is playing through injuries, which is why it's not felt.
Don't play then.
Oh no, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I'm not with that.
I feel like he's supposed to be back good. First of all, you can't. First of all, if you injure, how you drop 15?
Because he's still good.
Jordan had a flu and dropped what he dropped. Like, stop with that because he had a good game. I don't mean he injured. Like, what are you talking about?
It's hard to play 40. It's hard to be the best player of the crew, play like 40 or like 35 minutes and not put up points. That's just ridiculous.
That's like Jason Tatum at the end of his series. He got injured in his series.
That means that we got to cut it out. But I'm just saying that means we got to cut it out about the Hakeem, Shaq, all of that shit, right?
What do you mean cut it out?
What do you mean cut it out?
As far as comparing Embiid to them.
Who the fuck compares him to them?
Everybody.
Yeah, who did that? When that happened?
I'm talking about as far as
I heard they compared Jokic and Joker, to them boys.
If somebody comparing them, they compare them.
They've been doing
can dominate in the post. Like
they compare Hakeem.
They just kind of been over that to be Elijah Wan. Kendrick
Embiid is the one guy where we actually all have religiously stated this whole entire time is one of the most frustrating things with Embiid, because the issue with him is he's never healthy. He's always hurt. So if there's one thing that we do hold him under the fire of, it's that reason right there. He's always hurt, which affects his play. But you also can acknowledge that and acknowledge how bad James Harden has played as well.
But who are we to tell if whether or not he's having a bad game is due to injury? It could be because he's some shit.
He's playing bad. He's playing bad. He's getting
now he sucks.
I'm just saying, like, if somebody else if Kyrie have a bad game, what do you do without LeBron James? Right? Guess what?
I don't agree with that.
Kyrie about to win a championship this season, right?
Well, I don't agree with that train of thought.
Kyrie about to do what? Kyrie about to do what?
Kyrie,
bro. Hey, Crunch, you on something, Crunch.
We're closing the gap on Kyrie and Steph all time.
He just talking.
All right, bro.
Okay, yeah, we're chatting now. I mean, we've been chatting, but
listen,
came to say
we're just talking, man.
Funny as hell.
If you think that the Mavericks gonna beat the Timberwolves, the Lakers, the Nuggets. Man, they not even beating the Warriors in the 7-game series in the playoffs.
Don't sleep on the Mavs, man.
Y'all understand that?
Don't sleep on them teams.
Real talk, you gotta have more faith in your team, brother.
We got a lot of teams to go through.
Have more faith in my team.
Luka can't beat the LA Timberwolves.
And last year, y'all wasn't even in the playoffs, so I don't expect y'all to do anything in the playoffs.
Luka and Kyrie matching up against D'Lo and Reeves. Jesus help us.
The year before last, the Lakers wasn't in the playoffs.
Okay, so what about LeBron and AD?
what I'm saying?
I think Cam Reddish can give Kyrie some run for his money. I mean, he gonna cook him, but he give him a little something.
You gotta go based on right
it's
now.
It's a lot of bodies over there for the Lakers, dog, that can defend.
A lot of injured bodies, a lot of dead rotational guys, man. Some of them need.
Can they guard Luka and Kyrie?
Don't need to.
Well, we literally seen Bando guard. We seen Bando guard Luka, so that's one of them.
And I gotta see how they gonna play.
Yeah, we seen Bando guard Luka.
Nobody's stopping Luka right now, bro.
Come on, bro.
Nobody's stopping Luka at all.
This is like the equivalent. This is like 09, bro.
You never could.
I think I'm not saying you're gonna stop him, but if you have enough bodies to bang with him, it's gonna have to be a problem. In a 7-game series,
if Luka
every other game, you gotta deal with that.
If Luka keep cashing in on this,
he was playing against the
Golden State Warriors.
Golden State, yeah, and won.
Listen, the Clippers messed up their team.
If Luka keep doing these step back threes, bro, and just hitting them, I'm not gonna lie. Like
he should
can't do nothing about it.
You can't do nothing about it, bro. And then
that shit's not gonna happen in the playoffs. You gotta know it.
He's done it before.
Because a real coach gonna say, you know what? We double team you every play. You gotta Kyrie, you gotta get 16 games. A real coach in a 7-game series, eventually it's gonna say, you know what? I bet you won't get no points today, Luka.
No, but that's the thing. You don't know when.
Depends on Grant Williams hitting threes. All playoffs. Depends on
Grant Williams been shooting though. Grant Williams been shooting though. You gotta put respect on Grant Williams' name.
Let him go, bro.
Like you don't know when Kyrie gonna have a good game, bro. So that's the scary thing about the Mavs is Kyrie can literally go off at any time. Then you got Luka, who just like, bro, like I'm watching them getting more comfortable with each other. That's what
against who was against the Pelicans. I'm watching them. I'm like.
Oh, the Pelicans!
I'm bringing tears to my eyes, bro.
I watched them boys play the Nuggets without Murray and still get trashed. That's what I saw against a real team. That's what I saw. Ain't nobody see that though. Apparently, y'all ain't see that though.
Busting their ass by himself.
That's also true.
By himself.
Joker's that man. I mean,
Joker's that man.
Shout out to KCP.
You said what, Mars? You know who beat the Nuggets?
Yeah, I know who beat the Nuggets without.
Look, I'm a slide.
Yeah, we do know who beat the Nuggets. Facts.
Yeah, them Timberwolves.
Nah, I know who did that.
Like I said, put some respect on Ant's name. And I'm telling you right now, you don't want to see Ant and McDaniels in a 7-game series, no. You don't.
Hey,
do not.
Hey, Primo, I had to go back because I didn't get to fact check you on the Dub stream when you said we wouldn't have won the Suns game with that first Suns game without Bron. You do also know that in that game, AD also had 30 and 12 and had 13 in the fourth himself too.
When?
That first Suns game, the one because you saw LeBron hit a couple layups.
You gotta.
Blaming it on weed is crazy.
AD kept him in the game, but LeBron finished it off.
No, I'm trying to figure out the conversation.
No, remember when you was shitting on AD. I don't know if it was here on Dub's shit.
It was on Dub's.
It was me and Dub's
world.
It was on Dub's world. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all was shitting on AD, and then you said that we wouldn't have won that game against the Suns, the first one, if it wasn't for LeBron. But then I went back and watched I watched the game, but I saw the box score. Yeah, I watched the box. I watched the game.
Are you talking about the box score?
I watched the game. I watched the game.
You should have just said I'll rewatch the game, bro.
You just start with box score. You gotta be careful with that.
You just brought up the box score.
Stop. But he also had 30, 12, and he had 13 in the fourth.
He did work in the first half, but the second half was LeBron.
All right.
Who we talking about again?
We wouldn't have won that game. We wouldn't have won that game without AD either. That's what I'm saying. We wouldn't have won it without AD.
AD the best player on the Lakers.
Game. Brown.
Yeah, he definitely is the best player on the Lakers.
Take over the game
on the fourth quarter. You're right.
In
the fourth quarter, LeBron took over. I watched that game, man.
How did AD finish with more points in the fourth than LeBron?
He made most of his points in the first half. They were still
no. He had 13 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but the game was still in the balance.
LeBron had 11.
Right
at 5 more minutes. LeBron was the only one scoring. Him and
Right. When the game was in the balance.
At the end of the day, dog, they are
You
a
talking about
team.
Phoenix, right? You talking about Phoenix?
They're a team.
Yeah, that game.
Not
2021, yeah.
Not this.
2021 round one.
Not this past one. Not this past one. The first one.
The past
2021.
Yeah, the second
the
game.
first game.
Oh,
Yeah, 2021. Yeah.
The first game, not the second game.
Yeah.
No,
That was
not
real
in
talking
2021.
and Primo talking about.
Yeah,
when y'all
No.
niggas
never said they
We're
would
talking
win
about
without
no. We're
AD.
talking about this season. We're talking about
This season, the first game
Oh.
they played. I know
Oh, okay. The
Oh,
one that they
yeah,
just
I'm
played
saying,
recently. The one that they
yeah.
just
Okay.
No, not
Okay.
that one.
Hey,
It was
Doug,
one in LA.
We never said
The
that.
one in
they
LA
played
when
without
KD
AD,
played.
though.
That was the
Yeah.
first
Wait,
game.
so real talk.
Nobody never said that.
That was the first game, real talk. Which one is it?
Yeah, what's the
first game
disagreement,
was
real
LA.
talk?
I'm saying the one in LA is the first game.
Hey, real talk.
Okay.
Get to
The
the
one in
point.
LA is the
Where's
first
your
game.
point, real talk? What the hell are you
I
getting
actually-
I can't do it.
I asked you. I said, "Yo, is
What
it
are
the
you
second
getting
game or
to?
the first game?" You said, "Nah, the first
No,
game."
we were having a conversation. The convo, Primo was trying to just bring up shit to hate on AD. So he brought up the fact that that first Phoenix game, we wouldn't have won without LeBron. I remember watching that game, and yes, LeBron was crucial in that game, but we also wouldn't have won it without Anthony Davis. So I was
course
saying
not.
that's a mute
Nobody
point.
never-
It was a mute point, so I bring up that we wouldn't have won it without Bron because we wouldn't have won it without AD.
We ain't got. They was
Yes,
gonna
we
win
don't
without
know
any
that.
one of them.
Was that
We're
your?
not
You
gonna
said
win.
all that.
Yeah,
You said all that to say what?
They would have lost that game with AD with 13 points in the fourth quarter.
You said all that to say
That's a
what,
fact.
real
That's
talk?
We
a
would have
fact.
lost
He
that.
ain't
We
lying.
would have lost that
He's
game with
not lying.
LeBron with 11 if AD's not playing.
Yeah,
Four
that's
of
a
those.
fact.
4 of those points.
Dog,
came
y'all
in the
going in
last 7
circles,
seconds.
bro. Like
So what are you
y'all
saying?
That's what I'm saying.
the last hold on.
What it
Hold on,
matter?
y'all saying the 2 best players on the team combined for almost 20 to 24 points in the fourth quarter. Like, bro, what y'all
They
talking
scored
about?
like 60
Hey,
points.
hey, real talk. Who nicknamed you real talk?
Oh my,
Did you nickname yourself
bro,
that?
bro, you just be yelling. You
Let
just
him
be
explain
yelling.
it. Let him explain it.
Look, the point, y'all don't
You
even know
nicknamed
the
yourself
context
real
behind
talk.
the conversation.
That's what we
Y'all don't
asking
even know
for.
the context behind the conversation. I'm
You
saying
don't know the
we were
context
doing
behind
a
the
stream.
conversation.
We were doing a stream. If you could stop yelling, we were doing a stream.
Go ahead.
Primo was
Yeah, man.
hating on Anthony Davis the entire stream. Then he said we wouldn't have won the game without Bron. All I'm saying is we also wouldn't have won the game without Anthony Davis. That is all I'm saying.
Okay, y'all
It's
both
really
correct.
that simple, bro.
It took you a while to say it, though. I'll tell you that much.
That's
Let's
logical.
conclude that
Took
both
you a
of
while
y'all
to say
correct.
it.
Well, you yell. So
Yeah,
it's
well,
hard to
you
hear
was
people
getting to
when
the
you
damn
yell.
point. Damn, boy, you was
We
slow
talking
walking
about
me,
two
man.
different things.
How
We're not
about
reading the book.
you lower your mic?
the
How about
game.
you lower your mic?
Hey. Well, how about you change your name?
How about
Some
that?
bullshit talk.
What?
How about that?
Wait, is that early? Is that early for real?
They call you early. Your name must be early because we hear you before you get here.
I'm done.
I'm good. I'm clever. I'm clever.
There's a roast session now.
No, that was funny as hell. I'm not gonna lie. Let me get some super chats out the way. Start bench cut. Fox, Edwards, or Halliburton.
Let me go.
Edwards.
Start at fuck the both of them other dudes. Who cares? That's all I know.
Halliburton getting cut, right?
Halliburton.
Yeah, Halliburton getting cut.
Nah, Halliburton getting cut.
Halliburton getting cut.
He getting cut with that badass defense he play.
Halliburton got to get cut.
Gotta go. He gotta go. He ain't showing me nothing yet. I watched Fox drop 30 in the playoffs.
God, Drip Bayless. Is Curry a finals win away from being the GOAT? Hell,
No, you got to win 2 more.
Go what?
No.
Go what?
You got to
Point
win 2
guard?
more, like LeBron. Him and LeBron. The same
I'm glad
boat.
you brought that
They both
up,
gotta
actually,
win 2
though.
more.
I'm
I
glad you
don't
brought
think
gotta win
Curry
2
can
more.
ever be the GOAT.
LeBron,
He ain't never finna be the GOAT and they never played defense.
Real quick. What would
Can't be
Curry
the GOAT
have
play
to
one
do
way.
to even be in that conversation for real?
That doesn't make sense.
Like,
Oh, say it again.
What would Curry realistically have to do to make that even a conversation to be had though? For real?
2 chips.
Make a couple
Go back. How about this? How about this? Go back in time. Go back in time. Tell Katie don't join the team and still win them championships. He'd be in the conversation.
What?
No.
He still wouldn't be in.
That's actually a very good point, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Time travel is a good point.
No. You gotta hear what he. You gotta hear what he's saying. He's saying he won.
LeBron
If
has
he
to
won
prove it
without
too.
KD and still beat LeBron and still like won his rings and everything,
Different conversation.
a lot of
I-
people would definitely be
well,
putting him in
I
that
see where he's
conversation.
So
coming from. The
LeBron-
3-1
was
still
LeBron not
happened.
the GOAT
The
'cause he
3-1
dropped
He in the
still
perfect
happened.
conversation.
Yeah, I don't. If he went 7 more, he's the GOAT to me.
7?
7 more is ridiculous. 2 more, he's in the conversation.
Bill Russell has a
Nah.
Seven more puts him above Bill Russell. That's why. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
it puts him tied with Bill Russell. But I'll
No.
give him Harris.
G-Mac,
some
I literally
respect
asked you
on
to
Bill
come up
Russell's
here,
name.
but I don't know if it's recess time yet, so I don't know if you're allowed on the
Hey,
like,
Dub,
on
have y'all
camera
talked
and
about the
stuff.
Clippers?
Oh,
So
that's not nice.
just stay in the chat,
we have.
bro.
That's
Just
not
stay in the
nice.
chat, bro.
Don't say that. You don't say those things.
Also, earlier was lying about the Mavericks earlier. Not gonna lie.
What that line about the Mavericks on?
I don't understand how Stephen Curry could be in this
What that lie about the
conversation. He's
Mavericks?
not a defender.
Hold on.
You can't be in a conversation even if you're like not as good on the other side of the ball. It's just your overall impact. The problem
But
with
you have
Curry is
LeBron and MJ who are like probably on the Mount Rushmore.
but I
offensive
also
players.
got I got Bill Russell in my top 5, regardless of what type of offensive
But
player.
LeBron is not.
So,
know what I
the
like
point
about
is,
Is that a GOAT combo
point
though?
is-
Just because you're at 5 though?
most people,
Yeah,
most people that have people, most people that have people in their top 5. You think
That's a GOAT
Because I have him
combo.
keeping my
Top
I have
5.
I have him keeping my top 5, but I don't think he has a GOAT conversation.
You got
But
who in your
Dub,
top
you just
5?
missed all the other players.
grade-
So
how
What's
you
your
grade
cutoff?
that?
No, but you telling me, hold on. You telling me if Steph Curry wins, you telling me if Steph Curry wins 2 more championships,
Oh,
and
fucking
then put in
Mookie.
another
God
elite level
damn it.
playoff run as well, you telling me he can't be in a conversation?
He can't be
Yeah.
better
No,
than
he
LeBron
can't.
and MJ
Mookie.
for me.
Because I don't think
Less
Steph.
than Bill
No.
Russell.
No.
You can't.
I'm gonna say something
Bill
about
Russell.
I don't
What you
think
say?
And the
Y'all
fact
gonna
that
act like,
you know what's so
y'all gonna act like, are y'all gonna act like Steph Curry had 3
Yeah,
championships before he had an MVP, a Finals MVP? Are we gonna act like that? Like,
Bill Russell's not the GOAT, bro. I'm
how
sorry,
many,
bro.
how many of the goats had
You can't tell me
literally
about
he's
no
in the
Finals
conversation.
MVP
How you
until
feel
their
about
last championship, dog?
Jim Crow basketball. Come on, bro.
So what?
Jim Crow, my man was fighting. My man was playing
So what?
basketball, like fighting
like, it
racism
doesn't
from his
matter.
own city.
So
What are we talking about,
exactly.
Mookie?
So you telling me? Hold on. So you telling me? You telling me a dude? You telling me a dude? You telling me a dude won 8 championships when his own fan base was shitting on him? Literally?
Bill Russell, the
All right,
real
bro.
GOAT.
That sounds like some
Literally,
bullshit
yeah,
to me.
literally.
That sounds like some
Y'all
bullshit to me.
The real GOAT is Bill
Yeah, that
Y'all
is
Russell.
really respect
crazy.
Bill Russell and what he's done.
Literally.
crazy.
Listen,
Yo, Dub,
listen,
imagine that, bro. You
That's
bring your
crazy.
team, you bring your team 6 chips in a row, and your fan base of that team
Getting
is
called
straight
the
shit on the
N-word.
walls.
Getting called the
Get out
N-word.
of there, bro.
They say the N-word
Every
with the
rebound.
heart.
Good
And they're
rebound,
not
nigga.
saying
Hold
it.
on. Why
They're
are we
They're not saying it with the They're saying it with the hard ER,
Way to run the
bro.
floor, nigga.
Like, and
hard
that's
ER.
not
Way to
the
run the
hard
floor,
ER.
nigga.
That's
They'll call you that,
insane.
with the A too back then. Nick,
No.
that's straight
Way
up.
to cover the spread, nigga.
That's
Get over there.
Nice shoot, nigga. You
Yeah.
ain't playing that, nigga.
You got players,
something that you
you
wanted
got
to
players
say?
complaining about haters on the comment
straight up
section, my nigga.
N-word.
Get the fuck out of here with that,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. They're making some good points. I'm not
I
even
said,
gonna
did you-
lie. I can't even.
you have
This is a
something
lot
you
of
wanted
good
to
points.
say instead of
Points
us
at all, Dub. Stop gassing.
Yeah,
talking
No, I
about
mean
the
that's
variants of
that's
the
crazy.
N-word?
I mean, does everybody think Bill Russell
Boston
is the GOAT, then?
Steel.
Does everybody
Nah,
here
Bill
think
Russell ain't the GOAT, man.
I don't think he's the
He's
GOAT.
my GOAT. I don't think.
MJ.
Does he not have a conversation?
But we
Does he
talk
not be
about
part of
degree of
conversation?
No, he
difficulty.
definitely in the conversation. He
We talk
definitely
about degree of difficulty going through something like that. That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
Hey, you win a championship, you go home, you find out Boston fans.
Ain't nobody can question his mentality, bro.
No.
I just won my
Averaging a
championship, and y'all
double-double
still-
while having a blacks-only water fountain is crazy. I don't know what y'all talking about, dog. That's crazy, dog. That's crazy.
That's got nothing to do
That's
with the game.
crazy.
All
That's
right.
insane, dog.
Let's get some more super chats, bro. Free Alex Caruso from Alan R. This is from Primo. Shout out to Primo.
Alex Caruso to the Timberwolves.
My boy Crunch come to stir the pot. Early dead ass xenophobic. That's crazy for 4 Memo. And
I'm
Embiid
what-ophobic?
Miss game 2.
xenophobic. Embiid
The
missed
2 best
European
players in the NBA are from
Hey,
Mount
early-
Caucasus. What happened to the
Hey,
game?
early, you
What up, Mook? What up, Mook?
This is
you
getting
a
crazy.
Hornets fan.
I'm a Hornets fan? No, hell no.
Back to the
I'm
good old days, man. Of the Bob.
You a
Cousy,
Miami
Bob
Heat?
Cousy
You a Miami Heat fan? Okay.
Yes, sir.
George Mikan and them.
George Mike and Joe Folks days, the good old days.
Yeah.
When basketball was
Yeah.
pure.
George Mikan was a
The good
scrub,
old
dog.
days in America. I think
Watch some George
Mikan
Mikan.
and
Luka. Jesus Christ, he was off.
George Michael give you a
Jokic and Luka. Jokic and Luka making basketball great again. This is crazy.
That's insane. That is insane.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Just be jumping all the time.
Well, y'all want to pose a real question, man. I want to pose a real question.
What's up?
So Doug, let me ask you a question.
If Steph retires, is he going to be better than Kobe?
No.
It's who?
Like right now?
He's going to be better than Kobe.
Right now.
Oh,
he's going to be better than Kobe. He's going to dominate like Kobe.
Yo, easy shit.
He's better than Kobe. Is he better than Kobe?
Is he better than Kobe? I don't know who Kobe is, but I know Kobe is. Kobe.
Let's not do this.
No.
Early's bringing
Bro.
up xenophobia.
I'm a comedian. I'm a professional comedian. I'm just talking shit.
You got the show.
Yo, Doug Mars, everybody else, I'll catch y'all later, bro.
Yeah, I'm not being part of this. Good luck.
Look at that. Look at what you did early. Xenophobia. Not
Everybody's
everybody's
What just happened?
Yeah, you're not beating these allegations, bro. You act like no comedian has ever been canceled before because they say some wild stuff, bro. What are we doing here?
Oh, man, why would you have fun, man? This is a jokey joke, man.
Where the dub go with that? Because you're joking about.
What was he talking about with Kobe though? Like for real, what was the question?
When Steph retires,
what I'm
will he
saying
give him
is,
Kobe more time?
when Steph retires, people gonna view him greater than Kobe.
I don't think so.
I think
some people will. There will be. There will be some people that do.
I think
they'll be wrong, but.
I think you make an argument. Steph Curry is. I think you make an argument.
Steph Curry about 20% of people who already have.
I think you could make an argument is that Steph Curry is better offensively than Kobe, but as an overall basketball.
Oh my god!
I don't even think so, bro. Not gonna lie.
You telling me? Hold on. You telling me you cannot make that argument? Step Curry is better.
I just want to know why.
And what? Just shooting the three ball?
Whatever player it is. Why
playmaking, passing, scoring, shooting.
We're talking about Kobe.
It's never Tim Duncan. It's never Larry Bird. It's never Hakeem. It's always Kobe. Oh, they're gonna be better than Kobe. Oh, it's just gonna be better than Kobe. Like,
you want to know what it is, Mars? You want to know what it is? It's because Kobe is like, because of the statistical output, Kobe's the easiest one out of the bunch to sit here and pick on and compare to, because his stats and his statistical output isn't. Listen, to people from the naked eye.
Tim Duncan, what are we talking about?
No. Well, Kobe's no. Because Kobe's a great offensive. Because Kobe's a great offensive player, but like out of the majority of offensive players,
50% the effective shooting. You talking about?
Yeah, that dumbass shit.
Oh, okay.
That's what I think.
No, I think it's more.
Whatever the reason is,
field goal percentages, 3-point percentages. That's what it comes down to.
I didn't say
I'm not mad at him posing the question.
Early. Let me ask you something early. Why you think Kobe is a better
Y'all all talking at the same time. It's not.
I think you said, why do I think he's a better player or offensive player?
No, I said, why do you think he's a better playmaker than Steph Curry?
I think Kobe has shown. I mean, listen, Kobe has shown you in many occasions where he had to be the dominant playmaker and did it very well. He just didn't have to do that in the system that he played because it was a triangle. But I think Kobe could do whatever he wanted to. That's the thing about Kobe. Like, he can pick and choose to do whatever he wanted to. If Kobe wanted to give you 12 assists a game, he could have did it. Like, he was that good offensively and that smart of a basketball mind that he knew where everybody was at. Like, Kobe was always knew where everybody was on the floor. Like, he's went on record as saying, I never looked at my man, I looked at the guy behind him. Like, that's how smart he was. So I think in order to be that smart of a brain, like, that's one of the greatest to ever do it, dog. Like, I think, again, he was a dominant scorer like a Michael Jordan, but it was just a system that he played. I think Kobe could have did whatever you needed him to do because he was that skilled at basketball.
So you telling me that Kobe can make off ball the way that Steph Curry can, and the way that he can concede defenses, and the way that he can his gravity is literally getting open looks to guys like KD, Klay Thompson.
So you telling me that Steph Curry can make on ball better than Kobe? Do you think
Yes,
Steph Curry makes all ball better than Kobe?
off the pick and roll. Yes.
That
Off
that
the
off
pick
ball
and
shit
roll.
didn't that off ball shit
Hold
didn't
on.
happen
Off
until
the pick and roll,
Steve
Steph
Kerr.
Curry.
That's what I'm saying, dog. Y'all doing a lot of that off ball.
I think Steph Curry is a very underrated passer, bro. Like his playmaking is already elite, like one of the best playmakers. But I think
But Steph has shown you when he has to have the ball in his hand at a high volume, he gets a lot of turnovers. And that's the thing too that we don't talk about, dog.
He do.
When
He
he has to
throw
be the
the ball
primary
in the
ball
crowd.
carrier, he makes a lot of dumb decisions. He really gets off because Draymond is the primary ball handler. He gets off with a lot of basically
what? So
he has 43 assists and 41 turnovers this year.
Yeah, that
He has
he's
43 assists and 41 turnovers this year.
So you telling me? Hold on. You telling me
seen it.
all-time great player?
And quiet is kept ever since Draymond came back and they put Chris Paul on the bench. They ain't been looking as good.
What?
What you mean? What? Have you watched the first couple games when they played without Draymond?
First couple games either.
Okay.
We're talking about the amount
You're
of
drinking beer at 2:00 in the evening. Are you okay?
It's my Saturday, bro. I'm off.
If we talk about
Tuesday, Wednesday, it's my Saturday. So
if we talk about the
beer,
if we talk about the amount of space that Stephen Curry has to operate,
Just checking on you, man.
Apart
Just
from
checking on
Kobe,
you.
is like it's not even.
I got a problem.
comparable.
Real talk.
See, these are my two favorite players. I don't even want to have this conversation. So I'd rather talk about Steph over Tim Duncan.
Offensively is a question between low and Kobe.
Offensively,
I don't even know why I said low, because low's mainly the Steph meat rider.
And Lowe's in the chat.
I know that's why I said that. What's it called? Steph and Kobe is definitely a conversation between the two. Now you got the nerds. It's gonna be like with
I
the
think
advanced
offensively
analytics and everything.
As a player,
You got the nerds with the advanced analytics and everything. Gonna be like, oh, per possession and efficiency. Da 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 da. But when we just look at these guys' game, it's just hoopers, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. They're literally right on the same level of each other, bro.
Offensively,
Nah, so if you put Kobe's better.
Kobe.
I think it's both. I think it's
hold on.
Kobe is turning over his grave when y'all talk like this, man.
Real quick question. So you're saying
like, yo, Steph is a dog. What are we talking about?
No. Hold on, Dub. So you're saying
he'll say he's a dog, but he ain't on his level.
Yeah, hold on.
Yes, he is.
You're saying
Kobe was doing Steph Curry.
Hey, Cook, hold on.
Kobe was doing Kobe was doing Steph Curry shit before Steph Curry came. I need y'all to understand
I got you.
What? It was pulling up.
This is the thing. When you have changed the game in a half court and you a threat of scoring every level from the half court, bro.
Man, Steph Curry made the game worse, man. Y'all make some worse game. Everybody can shoot from the free throw line.
It was multiple people already shooting. Kobe was doing that. Arenas was doing that. Vince was doing that. T-Mac was doing that. Brian Hill.
If we being real, Steph Curry stole I'm a DC nigga. He stole a lot of games.
Doing it like the
they weren't. Hold on. They weren't doing it as often as Steph does now. Clearly.
He held the record for the most threes in a game before Steph. What are we talking about,
bro? You had
but
the
at the same
guard.
time, like we're not gonna act like seeing all those brick shots back in the day is that super fun thing. Like, come on, relax, bro.
You had the guard,
Like,
the
we
chef
just
from
hating
half
on
court.
Steph to hate on Steph. That's what it's.
Hold on, real quick.
Brandon Cook, Brandon.
So
nobody cares about
my question is Steph Curry's lack of defensive prowess compared to Kobe, is that not something that takes away from him?
I always say that.
I understand.
Really.
So Doug, I want to say what you said about them being on the same level. Are you saying Steph Curry is so good offensively that he still deserves to be on the same level? Is that what you? Because I mentioned you said
you can have Magic Johnson in front of Kobe Bryant, and you can have the same conversation.
Yeah, Mars is just chatting.
Wait, Random. What's your question? I'm talking about same level.
Maybe I heard it wrong, but I said you put Steph Curry and Kobe on the same level. And I was like, can I not offensively? But I'm just saying Steph Curry, like the defensive.
Yeah, I don't think they're on the same level at all. Like as a player, not at all.
Can I ask this? If you swap the players, I know we're gonna be hypothetical, but if you swap the players, I think Kobe still gets as many championships as Curry. But I think Curry doesn't have a chance other than Shaq with those Paul Gasol led teams.
I don't even think Curry's winning 3 straight with fucking Shaq.
Nah.
I don't even think because especially Kobe, especially because Curry at that time, because Curry.
Wow.
If we talk about, especially in his prime, or we could talk about in the beginning of his career, I don't think he had the physicality to be able to go to do that back in the early 2000s.
Remember, early Curry's career, he had
physicality and that aggression. People back then will push him off his spots more than they did in the 2010s, and he wouldn't be able to.
People don't like that you're telling the truth, though. People do not like
I'm
that.
sorry.
Thank you, real talk.
And the defense,
that
Kobe had, Curry can't replicate.
The same thing. The same thing. Hold on, bro. The same thing can be applicable for your man's Kevin Durant as well. Like if he played in the 2000s,
yes,
bro,
cool, yes.
Kobe's
better. Yes,
cool,
yeah, sure. Kobe's better. But like you said, I'm agreeing. I don't give a fuck.
Well, you got some people that say KD is a better scorer than Kobe.
I don't think so.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Nah,
not even a little bit.
He's a better scorer than Kobe.
Hold on.
He's not.
Big.
No, he's not.
Remember, Curry starting his career had those ankle problems.
Hold on. So that guy right there. Hold on. That guy right there. Why is KD a better scorer than Kobe?
Because KD can score all parts of the floor and scores more efficiently. There's nothing in the court KD can't do. Kobe actually can't do stuff on the court.
50
Name it.
Look at this hater. Look at this hater. Look at this hater.
Hold up. What is that hoodie that you're wearing?
I have never heard as much.
Can Kobe shoot 40% from three?
What is that? Stop. No. Look, what is that hoodie, bro?
What can Kobe not do?
That's our hoodie.
Sir, what can Kobe not do?
Bro, what is that?
No, don't blaze over it. Because Lo got here.
Smart. I'm not asking you, Mars. I'm asking old boy.
I'm trying to get that hoodie for real. Who do I need to talk to?
What can he not do?
We in 2020, sure.
Can Kobe shoot 90% from the
So let me ask you something.
But does that mean he's not a good free throw shooter because he's 84%?
If you go off the percentage,
there's levels to it, though. I mean,
let me ask you something. Let me ask that guy something right quick.
Oh, wait. I want to read these super chats before we get in this tangent. Embiid missed.
That's a stupid argument.
Embiid missed in game 2. No, you're just being stupid. Embiid missed in game 2 against Celtics. Harden was bad. For Mimo, does anyone on here think that Harden or Russ are over?
It's the reason why they gave you that hoodie,
I personally think CP3 is above them.
I marketed the entire channel. That's why. That's why half of y'all
casuals.
That's not
casual.
As a player, I personally think Are y'all going to answer the fucking question?
Go ahead.
Does anyone think that Harden or Russ is over CP3? This guy thinks that CP3 is above both of them.
No.
Yeah,
I think he's better than Russ. Harden is more of a debate.
CP3 is better than both of them. He's over both of them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is MJ still a top 5 offensive player ever?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So?
Yeah.
Is that a Clipper fan calling the Heat mid from Alan R?
Unfortunately.
All the all-time goats in their prime pull up to LA Fitness. Who really running the gym? You got
Michael
3
Jordan.
people: MJ, Braun, Kobe, two-way,
Michael Jordan.
two-way.
Low-key, Wilt. If Wilt in his prime, Wilt is telling Shaq what to do in his prime.
Now, Wilt pulling up late.
Curry knows what consent.
Wilt got balls energy, dog.
Curry knows what consent is. To be fair, Curry's legacy is greater. That's crazy.
Curry's already the GOAT.
That's crazy, bro.
No, I gotta ask him a question right quick. So let me ask you something. Do you think KD is a better mid-range scorer than Kobe? Screw the KD. No, screw the KD.
How we get to KD?
I don't care about the KD.
I don't care about the KD. I want to talk about this Steph 3 straight nonsense that Lowe has a problem with. I don't see what the big issue is.
3 in a row with Shaq?
No, he would not.
Which one are they not winning?
He's not.
Probably 0-2.
But why?
0-2, they went to Game 7 with the Kings. I don't think they're beating the Kings with Stephen Curry.
Why?
Because, like I said,
how is he replacing Kobe's defense, Lo? How is he replacing
Kobe's
defense?
What was the value in Kobe?
Like I said before, the especially Curry in the earlier his career. You can even bring up 2016 in his peak. When it comes to physicality,
when he wasn't healthy in the finals. Sure.
Well, in 2019, when he was healthy, he was still struggling against the Houston Rockets, who was being a physical defense with him too, and he was struggling.
Yeah, but he would have a player like Shaq. He would have a player like Shaq.
He had KD next to him. What the fuck are we talking about?
He actually went into that playoffs if I had.
Oh, are you comparing?
Do you think? I'm gonna say, do you think the type of shots, especially in a series against like the Kings, for example, who would be more valuable, Shaq or KD against the Rockets?
Against the Kings?
Yeah, against the Kings team that you claim that's going to be a problem.
It's probably one and the same. It's not, and it's not just Shaq. It's you have KD and Klay there.
KD against the Rockets was just as valuable because in that specific series when they were I'm about to explain it.
Shot rating or just a player?
I'm talking about shot rating or just shot making. Because what the Rockets were doing to stagnate the offense was just switching. And so a lot of the times when the Warriors were going in these droughts, they were just dumping the ball off in KD in isolation, and KD was having a phenomenal isolation series that series.
And you think they needed KD. They used KD for his isolation skills after the offense slowed up.
Yeah, I want to be clear. Kobe in that series shot sub 42% from the field against the Kings. It's not as if like they needed high octane offense or highly efficient offense to win that series. So you're telling me this is
the dumb shit that you be saying, because you got to understand that Stephen Curry. And you talking about his outputs and everything. He's not having those same outputs in that era, especially on a different unit and a different crew. In a different crew, because they needed the defense. They needed the defense from Kobe. They needed the ball handling responsibilities that Kobe was providing for them, and the scoring that he was doing on top of physical defenders that he was doing. Something Stephen Curry cannot do. You acting like, and then this is another point. He doesn't have a Draymond Green who could sit here and control the rock for him so that he could run off ball. So that's something you're adding more responsibility.
You would be more on ball. You'll be more on ball on this team regardless, just because.
Yes, and I think he would struggle more. And I think he would. And I think he would struggle. And I would think he would struggle more being on ball with him not being as physical as Kobe, not being able to shoot over top of defenders as Kobe. Where especially in the 2000s, you needed that specifically to be good at that time. Like Steph is not being able to replicate that with Shaq. I'm sorry.
Who did Kobe defend against the Kings?
I'm about to say. That's what I'm saying. The value of Kobe as a defender was where.
Why are we just focusing on that one series in
the series? He brought up. It's
the totality. It's the totality.
Let's go through the three-peat. No, let's go through the three-peat. So 2000, I believe the first series.
You asked me why. I'm answering it. It's because Doug brought up that series. That's why.
Okay, so
but it's not even then it's not even just a series. He acted no wait, real talk. It's the dumbass shit, because even with the defense, that means if Stephen Curry, especially in his peak, he's not that great of a defender, you don't have Kobe there. It's not like Kobe. I'm not saying that Kobe was sitting here like cutting out Mike Bibby or anything like that, but Steph being a liability at that time is something that those guys could take advantage of. So that's definitely going to hurt the team's output.
Shooting guards are taking advantage of him.
Respect Doug.
Guards are taking advantage of him.
I'm about to say
respect that.
I want to go.
Respect Mike Bibby.
Yeah, Jay, shut the fuck
up. What the fuck? Mike Bibby will be cooking Steph. What the fuck are you talking about?
Mike Bibby would have been cooking.
I know. No one not saying that, but you believing that Mike Bibby's offense would have been valuable enough to not only cook him but supersede.
It's not just the defense, Lo. What the fuck are you talking about? He's not going to be as good offensively and defensively because you say he doesn't need to be. You're wrong. You are just wrong.
He does not need to be 2016 Curry to beat fucking 2001 offenses, nigga. Are you crazy?
Are you fucking stupid? He needs to be better. No, he needs to be better than that. He needs to be better than that. You want to know why? You want to know why? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why, Lo. Because especially at that time, like I broke it down for you. Stop being a stat nerd. At that point in time, if you put him in a physical era in the 2000s with not as much space, more guys with big bodies to sit here and contest his shot and knock him off the spot. And at that point in time, hand checking was still a thing. That's something that Stephen Curry is is not going to be able to handle. And at that point in time, he was not great with physicality at that time. That's just a fact.
Why can't Steph Curry handle the physicality?
Using prime Steph?
Because Steph, we've seen him struggle with that. We've seen him struggle with that. We literally have seen him struggle with that. What the hell are we talking about?
So why can Ray Allen handle the physicality? Why can Rick Hamilton handle the physicality in the same league when they're not physical players?
Bro, we're going off what Dub is going off what
bigger than
wait, brother in the middle. Dub is going off. Dub is going off. I'm gonna tell you. Dub is going off what we have seen affect Steph Curry. So he's going on previous years that we've seen physicality actually affect Steph Curry. So you're bringing up all these other players is a moot point because we've seen
what happened when Boston got physical with Steph Curry.
In this era, not even in the 2000s, we've seen it.
What happened when Boston got physical with Steph Curry?
Steph in 2016.
I want to be clear. What Dub is referencing.
Wait. Hold on. Low. Let me answer Mook. So that's also has shit to do with the argument because Dub thinks that Steph is better now because he's stronger and can handle physicality better. But you saying that the Celtics series, he thinks that Steph is a different player now and stronger than he was in 2016 and 2017 and whatnot.
Okay, cool.
So that was the movie.
In the reference of him struggling against Houston, I want people to acknowledge what struggling for Curry means. He's still shooting 47% from the field, 36% from three. He still has games where he's shooting well above 40+% from deep as well. So when you talking about him struggling, Curry struggling is still way better than practically any other guard offensively.
You're comparing that. You're comparing. It's so stupid. You're comparing a whole different era and brand of basketball and trying to think that can apply to the 2000s. It cannot, Lo. It cannot at all. So the percentage. So you're saying he's struggling that bad in the 2019 when offense, even in the playoffs, is easier. I'm saying in that time when the offense is going to be harder to get, he's going to struggle. So you using those numbers is something you cannot do. It's it's damn near 2 decades. No. It's damn near 15 years later. That's a whole different league. You're using numbers. You're using numbers on a league that's not the same at all. So that's why when you sit here just run to numbers like this, it's stupid because you cannot compare the two.
We're gonna disagree. We're gonna disagree because we're also talking about a triangle offense that was like well be. He's talking about 2014, 2015, 2016.
Yeah, like Kobe and 2000 were better than 2016 Steph.
Those are the 3 years that he's referring to. And in the 2000s, the triangle offense in the late 90s and 2000s, the triangle offense provided way more space than practically any other offense that was available at that time.
But it's still not as comparable.
I'm just saying he still would have had the advantage of way more spacing and player movement playing on that team. And relative to the era in which he played in, where you're talking about a nigga that was cooking power forwards and centers in the 2015s. You think that power forwards and centers would even dare contemplate?
That's because
I'll let you talk.
Go ahead. Because
there's no way you think that power forwards and centers would even dare think to step out that deep to defend Curry. You think that guards and forwards back then who are leaving shooters open when they were doubling Shaq and leaving shooters open back then. You think that they would not do that as well? I'm not saying that Curry's going to step on the floor and keep a 45% shooting from deep. I'm not saying that. But even if I drop it to 10% Dub and he's shooting 36, 35, it would still be noticeably better than what everybody else is doing at that time. It's still better.
This is the dumb shit that I'm talking about because you're also not accounted for.
Says dumb shit.
No, it's so stupid. Like everything you say, like it's insane to me because Stephen Curry at that point in time, they're not going to be sitting here in the style of the game. Like, yes, the triangle offense did sit here and create spacing, but they weren't sitting here and headhunting mismatches like the way that the Steve Kerr and offenses that they were doing to get
Are you dumb? They were not hunting mismatches.
get the
Let
me finish. You told me you asked me to let me you told me watch this. Watch this.
Now hunting Tim Duncan.
Sir, watch this. So this is the dumb.
He wasn't doing it in 02. About the 3
You gonna let me
He
finish?
wasn't doing it in 02. He wasn't doing it in 02. He wasn't doing it in 02.
Are you gonna let me finish? I'll let you finish.
I'm just saying, bring up the 3-peat years.
Are you gonna let me finish?
What was he doing in 01 and 02?
Are you gonna let me finish?
Man.
Are you gonna let me finish?
Let Dell finish.
Okay then.
He let you talk. He let you talk.
Okay then. Because like I said, and I was going to preference this right here, where they were not sitting here to the extent of the Steve Kerr offenses having these power forwards on literal islands, so that Stephen Curry could sit here and abuse those mismatches because of the spacing that they also had as well, and the off-ball movement that they have never seen that the triangle offense did not even provide. So what I'm saying, Lo, is that when you put here and add all that together, and I'm not saying that the triangle offense is not sitting here and look for mismatches. That's not true. But it was not to the extent of what the Golden State Warriors was doing, especially when you had Klay Thompson and Draymond Green passing and running off ball to sit here and keep defenses on his toes. The triangle offense is not sitting here and creating as much mismatches and disadvantages for the defense. So no, Lo, I don't expect him to sit here and perform that well in an era where he's going to be more on ball, handling the ball a lot more with on ball responsibilities and going against physical and more tougher defenses in less space.
What would you disagree? Because I think, especially against a team like.
So next time you let me finish before you sit here and start. No,
I still think what you said was wrong. And against,
how is it wrong? How is anything that I said wrong?
Because against like teams like the Spurs, even when Shaq was on the roster, they just let Kobe handle the offense more often.
How is it wrong? How is it wrong that the Steve Kerr and the Golden State Warriors offense generate more disadvantages and mismatches?
I've already said it doesn't have to be that extent. When I acknowledge that he can have a 10% drop in accuracy and he would still be fine. It doesn't have to be to that extent. It just needs to be enough for that era of basketball. And you're telling me when they win
and the defensive drop off too.
So what is Steph Curry's
and now it's the offensive drop off and the defensive drop off that the Lakers would have.
Lo, what does Steph Curry's offense look like in that system, Lo? What does it look like in that system?
Oh, it looks great. I don't know. He's moving off ball. He's spotting up. And when they need him to handle the offense, especially against teams like the Spurs, they would just allow him to handle the offense the same way they let Kobe handle the offense.
So you think he can duplicate what Kobe was doing against the Spurs?
On ball. I didn't say.
I'm asking.
No, I don't think it has to. No, it doesn't have. But I don't think it has to be. The argument was, would they win? He doesn't have to duplicate.
Right, he don't got to duplicate it.
I think he does.
I think he does. But it was also the 3-peat. He also said they would have 3-peat. So I want to go through the 3-peat. That's what y'all got caught up in the Sacramento series. I want to go through the 3-peat. So in 2000, I get you. So in 2000,
that'd be 2014 version of Curry. That's what that would be. You're telling me the 2014. Yeah. I mean, that would be Curry's 5th year, which is 2014. That would be the 2014
can we go through the series
version. Which series do you think?
No, that's cool. But because because don't we already all acknowledge that playoffs and stuff is about matchups and stuff, correct?
Yeah,
okay, that's what I'm saying. Which series?
Okay. So 2000 to the 2000 run. If I'm not mistaken, the first team was the Suns, correct?
No, the Kings. The Kings.
It was the Kings.
Oh,
it went to the thing is, right? it was a 5-game. The thing is,
when they played the Suns, and it was J Kidd at point. And
the crazy thing is, I don't even think
that was the second series.
The crazy thing is, I don't see. The crazy thing is, real talk. The crazy thing is, I don't even see
a matchup between Steph and Jason Kidd.
The kid wasn't healthy though. He was rushed back to the playoffs. He was not healthy.
Okay, well.
Real talk. The crazy thing is,
wasn't Kobe picking up J Kidd though that series? He was picking them up full court. That was his matchup.
Unhealthy Jason Kidd, I guess. I mean, what does that do though?
Okay, well.
No, but real talk. The crazy thing is, in 2000, they beat the Kings where they needed Kobe Bryant to sit here and put on a great performance on both the offensive, defensive end, which went to 5 games. And at that point in time, it was only 5-game series. So they probably could have, with Steph 2014 Curry as well, bro. They probably losing in that series as well because Kobe went fucking because Kobe went bananas in that
32,
series.
35,
He went 27, and then let's not forget about the closeout games against the Portland Trailblazers that Kobe Bryant had great games in.
Honestly, these are things where we just disagree. Like, for example, in the
we're just going to disagree.
In the Sacramento, since you keep talking about like Kobe's defense, who is the player that because this is before Mike Bibby came. So, like, the value of who Curry is, I mean, Kobe.
When you have a liability on the court, it's gonna mess the defense up.
I asked the question again.
No, I'm gonna tell you. When you have a liability on the floor, like Stephen Curry, the defense is gonna sit here and drop off. So when I sit here and have the understanding that the offense is probably gonna drop off and the defense in a 7-game series, I can sit here and be comfortable saying that Stephen Curry is not going to be able to come out on top of that.
So you think Curry offensively would drop lesser than what Kobe did? It's going to drop so much, it's going to drop below what Kobe
because
average
accuracy.
I don't think it's not averages and accuracy. It's just games
or value. You think it's going to drop lower?
It's the value of Kobe.
Like that. You think it's going to low? It's going to drop. I
don't know
what this nigga's talking about. We're not talking about running the offense through Curry. You don't have to run the offense through Curry when peak Shaq is there. We acknowledge that, nigga.
Yeah,
what we're saying is in this series,
for Steph Curry to get off, you have to run the offense through him. What are you talking about?
He needs to be the ball handler.
Huh?
Oh, that's dumb.
What you mean?
I'm done talking to him. So, like I said before, when you're talking about a player again, where I don't understand why you think the value of Curry would drop so much so that he would not be able to duplicate that type of a value from Kobe. And if anything, I think it would be higher because that's a worse defensive unit than
when you bring hand checking into it, when you bring physicality, when you bring the spacing, when you bring the spacing that he doesn't have in this era, we can sit here and account for that he's going to drop. Especially when he's getting guarded by
Christie. Any guard can be with Shaq.
I don't know if Christie's on that team. Christie was on that team. I'm looking. Christie's not on that. That's what I'm saying. This is a worse. This is a much worse version.
Christie was on that team. What the fuck are you talking about?
Whatever.
Not on that team.
What team you talking about?
He won that team.
What year? What year are we talking about?
2002.
Oh yeah,
he was not on that team, y'all.
2000.
Oh, you talking about 2000? Oh no, he wasn't there on that time.
2000.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we're walking down the 3P.
We could do 2000. Yeah, we could do 2000.
I don't know which way we going because Dub is saying 2002 and Real Talk told me to start at 2000. I don't know.
Well, even then, we're walking down the 3P right now, Dub.
Yes.
Wait, so why is it prime Steph on the 2000 Lakers when that was year 3 Kobe?
That wasn't year 3.
Year 4.
That's a bad point.
Why is it? Are we putting year 4 Steph or prime Steph?
2014. No, 2014. I walked it down the same amount of years.
Year 4 Steph is not doing that.
He's not.
He's not.
2014 Steph isn't doing what?
He's not replicating what Kobe did in that series.
In 2000?
Why?
Wait, isn't the point of your conversation that the best version of Steph can't win?
How many? Well, I'm not going to repeat this. I'm not going to repeat the same exact thing I've been saying this whole time. You know why?
But you're saying that the defenders are going to be, but like there's no.
You just put Steph to a high.
It's also a part. It's also a part of the rules that's in play and the lack of spacing. And this is what you do a lot. You just want to harp on one point to try to kill it. Address everything that I'm saying because it's everything that works into one.
The biggest argument you also said floor spacing. Nigga, Glenn Rice is on the roster. They would have had a starting lineup.
It's not up to today's standard.
But of that era though, relatively speaking.
Fuck the era. You know I don't do that shit.
If you think that Steph needs like literally the greatest floor spacing of all time to be above league, like if that's
saying all time, I'm saying that Stephen Curry, because we have seen him in the Golden State Warriors last season against the Lakers, where the spacing's not
in 2021. Was the spacing good?
He didn't play in the postseason, Lo.
I'll ask you the question again. In 2021,
it wasn't good, but he didn't play in the postseason.
Okay, so in a year where the spacing wasn't good, even relative to the era,
but the Warriors was not a good offense.
And you're telling me that he wouldn't be able to
Probably would have
function.
been good if they had peak
You're
Shaq.
telling me he wouldn't be able to function, even though he provided that evidence that he can do it then. And you're telling me he's now going to play alongside peak Shaq?
By the way, just to clarify,
He can play alongside him, but they're not winning with
hold
Steph
on, early, wait, because we're doing fact checking right now. So the fourth year of Steph, the fourth year of Steph is 2012, 2013. Is that what you meant by 2013? Or I thought you were saying 20, because weren't you saying 2014?
Because now I'm confused.
No,
he's bringing up 20. He's bringing up 20.
Mars said, "Why are we using prime Steph when Kobe was in year 4?"
And the funny thing is, like you said, real talk. I think Stephen Curry has gotten. Like I said, Stephen Curry has gotten better with handling that over the years. In 2021, and 2021 is one of those years. But we're talking about 2014 Steph. So now you're picking a different year. But even then, if I go with Stephen Curry in 2021, even that spacing was better than what it was in the 2000s.
Steph doesn't need elite spacing. I don't know what this.
Nobody's saying he needs elite spacing.
Wait, I want to be clear. You think that having a team that features Shaq, Glenn Rice, Derek Fisher is somehow even noticeably better. I mean, noticeably worse. I think it might be better actually than the team that he was functioning with in 2021.
Oh my God, bro.
There's no way you think that.
But again, why are we using
wait, I'm gonna answer. No, we can use 2013 and even in 2013 because again, now we're going back. So now we're going back.
Even then, you're using a 2021. You're using a 2021 year. You're the main fucking guy that talks about playoff translation. We don't know what he could have done in the postseason. Regular season, he's fine. Kobe has shown the ability to sit and be crazy
with a
lack of fucking spacing without Shaq and all those guys in the regular season. But when we're talking about postseason, what they can do in the postseason, which is the argument. Stop giving me this 2021 dumbass shit when they didn't even play in the postseason. It doesn't make sense. When we did see them last season in 2023, where the floor spacing wasn't that there for him like that, his scoring did drop. It was not felt the same.
What about
2022?
In 2013, when Mark Jackson was a head coach, when he was handling the ball way more, when he was operating on ball and doing way more creation, and he was still fine, dog.
He wasn't fine. What the fuck? He wasn't fine. He wasn't Kobe. He wasn't Kobe. Don't you fucking lie. And we're comparing. That's the point. That's the point. Stop. But that's the point. No, stop. That's the point. We're comparing to Kobe Bryant and what he was doing. So you using 2013 and what Steph was doing then and trying to be like, oh yeah, that means he could do it with Kobe did.
What was Steph was doing in 2013?
Kobe against the Spurs. I remember that vividly.
No. He didn't play the Spurs in 2000. So Kobe? Yeah, in the that'd be the first year.
You said Steph. Yes,
what was Steph doing in 2013, dog?
Steph doing 2013 against the Spurs. He was 20.
In general, I'm just talking in general.
He broke the record that year, right? I believe he broke the record that year.
That was probably the first year.
He was 24-8.
Like
24-8.
Did he break the record? I'm pretty sure.
It was probably the first year.
He was 24-8 in like 2015.
24-8. He was 24-8
in 2013. In 2013, he was 22. In 2013, he was 20.
He was 23 and 7.
23 and 7.
Yeah,
and 23 and 7. 40, 45, 45, 90. No, 2012, 2013. 45, 45, 90 splits. And yes, Klay Thompson is on the team. Klay Thompson. But outside of really Klay, he's running lineups that featured. Can I
tell you what he did? Can I tell you what he did in the playoffs that same year? So 2012, 2013, he was 23 on 43, 39, basically 40. I'll give him 40. So 43, 40. Where the free throw at? 92 splits, but he's only getting to the line at 3 times a game in the playoffs.
You never got the free throw line that much. So in
Yeah,
general,
and
so
Stephen Curry, and then Stephen Curry, and then Stephen Curry in the postseason. We're talking about Kobe. We're talking about Kobe, right? So we're
Early, what you
comparing
said?
Steph. We're
They
comparing.
overjudge Steph Curry, dog.
Sounds like good efficiency.
Who do that? Who do that
That's
though?
what I'm saying.
I'm like, you gotta be honest with yourself that he can just easily replace him.
Nobody said nobody. No one said. No one said easily. But can it get done? Do you think that Curry can three-peat with Shaq with that roster?
No, I don't.
No,
Yeah.
because Kobe Bryant at
It's
that
hard to
point in
just put
time.
3P on anybody because it's only
Kobe
been
Bryant,
done
Kobe Bryant,
twice.
and again, I need everyone to understand something because Lowe keeps saying, "Oh yeah, Steph is fine." We're comparing him to Kobe Bryant and what Kobe was doing at that time, and
What did
Kobe
Kobe
Bryant
do
at
his
that.
first year?
So Steph has to match a bar that Kobe needs to meet Kobe. Am I saying that Steph is going to be bad? No. Am I saying he's going to be trash? No. I'm saying the bar in which Kobe the bar in which Kobe was reaching at that point in time with who the fuck has something in the background? Hold up.
That's not me.
I don't know who that is, but the bar in which Kobe, the bar in which Kobe set to sit here and beat the Sacramento Kings that went to 5 games, to beat the Portland Trail Blazers that went to 7 games. I don't think Stephen Curry, especially in 2013 or even 2014, can match that bar because he just was not the play. He was just not the player that he became even in 2016 or 2015.
Yo, what did Kobe do in his first ring? What's Kobe's stats in his first
Nah,
ring?
because you love glazing and praising Curry and not seeing who he really is. You just want to use numbers. You just want to use numbers and everything and think that's the whole totality of everything. Not acknowledging the error, not acknowledging
Kobe's offensive impact on the first round.
Not acknowledging hand checking that Stephen, not acknowledging hand checking, not
But I
acknowledging.
do think that's one of his higher. That was one of his higher defensive values.
If you want to say defense, sure. But the problem even with the defensive argument is that if you go through series where it's not like he's defending great offensive weapons, even the value then is still questionable. We're still talking about putting Curry in an era of basketball where, again, even if you think that there's going to be a drop in production efficiency or whatever, for that era, especially the teams that he went up against, if Doug Christie's defending him, I think that's a valid argument. But like the Portland Trail Blazers didn't have like guard defenders that were quick enough to stand in front of really anybody. That was part of the reason why.
Well, it was spacing. So if he gets by his defender, and we've seen it, if he gets when Steph gets by his defender, majority of times he's gonna be met by 2 bigs down there waiting for him, and that's something that he's not.
Why is he going all the way to the ring?
I mean, he's not going.
But hold up, even with the Sun series, low. We talking about Kevin Johnson.
Last season, you acted like we didn't see last season that he had those mid-range opportunities, and sometimes he was just sitting here not taking it or got stuck.
All of a sudden, you think that
now we're talking about last season Steph, not
even Curry at that time. Curry, and I'm telling you, Curry at that time struggled with double teams, struggled with physicality, and struggled with decision making. This is what I'm telling you, Lo. So we could talk about young Curry. Those are things that he struggled with, and if you put him in the era where he's gonna,
how are you double teaming Steph with Shaq?
Oh my God,
he's not being double teamed
with the
who's double teaming Steph with Shaq on the court?
They were playing zones at that time to try to combat Shaq. So
how many do they win?
It's the amount of traffic. Well, no, it's the amount of traffic. If Stephen Curry sits here and gets, because Steph is not running off ball, he's the ball handler in this unit. So if Steph gets by his defender, he's being met by 2 or 3 guys around him. The same way that Kobe was. You acting like Kobe. You acting like Kobe wasn't met with double teams or facing a lot of attention. What are you talking about?
2000s?
In 2000,
he wasn't.
He was faced with a lot of double teams in 2000.
More than what they fucking facing in this era. What the fuck are we talking about?
No, let's
go. Your better argument. The better argument is 2001.
Yeah, if you want to further, we go down. Not in
2000. I don't know if Curry can come close enough into what Kobe was doing in 2001 on both ends of the ball, especially when it comes to the Spurs.
Which I agree with. But I don't think that he's going to sweep them like they did with Shaq and Kobe in 2001. But do I think he can get through that? Yes. But sweeping, no. I don't think he's doing
it's a possibility. It's
I'm
2 all-time great.
But even then, even Curry in his what 4th year is not being able to do what Kobe did.
This is
Simple.
opinionated
Yes,
argument.
he does. How doesn't he have to? How doesn't he have to when they beat the Kings by 1 game and they beat the Blazers by 1 game? How doesn't he have to? How does he have to meet the bar of winning those series literally by 1 game? How doesn't he have to meet that bar? Because they scraped through it.
I think that Curry would have been much better, way better offensively against the Kings and the
that's where you just
explain why, though. Explain why.
Because we just don't know what he's talking about.
Because again,
y'all glazing the shit off Curry.
He overrated.
I'm gonna say
the Kings way more than what he has.
The Kings are a team that just don't have the defenders to actually stop what Curry's doing. Even if you change the era and put in different rules, these are players that are just not good enough to stay in front of someone like.
So you telling me, hold on. So you telling me that Kobe was easier to guard compared to what Steph put in the King series?
2000s Kobe Bryant.
2000s Kobe Bryant. Versus 20,
probably not bringing as much value.
4th year Steph. What the fuck are we talking about? He had clear flaws in his game that, especially at that point in time, that the teams in that era could sit here and take advantage of.
But some teams. But we're specifically talking about the Kings. Some teams could.
The Kings, the Blazers, and he don't have that. He don't have
what? Okay, let's stay on the Kings. What defender on the Kings is taking advantage
it's not one-on-one defense, Lo. You know that more than anyone. It's how they can play defense as a unit.
That team it's not about one defensively.
Jesus Christ.
That was not a perimeter oriented.
And nobody's saying that Steph is going to play terrible. Like, y'all need to get that shit out your head. But Kobe was dropping 27 in that series, and I think like 4 assists or some shit. What good defense? I don't think Steph is replicating that. If you want to say he gets 27, sure. Maybe.
He averaged 27 that series.
Yes.
With the personnel the Kings have, what scheme do they run against Steph Curry that?
Can we move past the Kings?
I'm just saying he's not matching Kobe.
With Steph
That's not
Curry.
what. Dub. I didn't ask that question. I said
what you said earlier.
They're not beating Portland that year with Steph
What
Curry.
do they run?
Portland would have been even
with
worse
Steve
because
Smith and Scottie Pippen and Jermaine O'Neal.
yes, those old ass niggas are not standing in front of
old ass niggas that took them to like 7 games. What do you mean?
Yeah, the old ass niggas that you think they're going to be the defenders to stand in front of Curry in that series? Curry would have undeniably been a better offensive weapon than what Kobe was in that series.
They took them to 7 games, Lo. So what you mean them old ass niggas? What are you talking about, Lo?
Again, this is where like personnel comes into conversation. Do I think that Scottie Pippen is a better defender for someone like Kobe or Curry? It'll be Kobe. It's a wing. It's length, athletic, not even athleticism, just length. But when it comes into standing in front of Curry,
he was still a bit athletic. Don't do that.
Not too.
And that's where you're wrong.
I said a little bit. I just said a little bit. He wasn't amazing. He was not amazing.
I'm going to get to the cup.
Pippen wouldn't even.
How you changing the offense?
Pippen wouldn't even be guarding Curry in the first place. Be honest.
But you're changing the
offense.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't. You're staying in front of him. They were dumping down the Shaq. Steph Curry is getting mostly open threes. He's not getting to the cup.
So if
y'all acting like this is prime Curry, like that's a dumbass shit.
No one said that. I still want to know what game plan the Kings are running to slow down Steph.
It doesn't have to be prime Curry to get by these players.
They want to box the one.
I asked Bob the question and it never got answered. I still want to know that.
Portland.
These
players are not
good enough to stay.
No, I don't think. I'm not saying that, Mars. I'm saying that I don't think they have the personnel either. But I don't think that Stephen Curry will be able to replicate because of the size advantage and physicality that Kobe had, that he'll be able to replicate what Kobe was doing at that time. That's been my whole argument the whole time, because you needed that back then. You needed the physicality. You needed the size. You needed to be smart with the ball. That's something that Stephen Curry at that time is things that he struggled with. So that's why I'm saying, I'm just repeating things I said before. I'm not saying Steph can't play well. I'm saying to match what Kobe was doing at that time, I don't believe it. Simple.
What was the Lakers' average margin?
Who was guarding Curry against When they played the Spurs in 2013, and he dipped off some. Who was guarding him in that series?
Who do you think?
Because I'm looking at the Spurs roster. I mean, the only guy I'm seeing that could really like be formidable at that time is Danny Green. But outside of that, it's Manu, Tony, Patty Mills.
In that era, you needed to be a
Gary
good athlete.
Neal.
You talk about 2013-14.
Like these aren't great. These aren't great in like POA defenders themselves.
And what is Steph Curry? Hold on. What is that?
Unless it was a heavy dose of Danny Green, a very heavy dose.
Yeah,
there's nobody else on this roster that this argument of like who's the POA on Steph with Portland. There's not many options on this San Antonio roster for POA on Steph.
We talking about Deadlift Grip, Brad Anthony. That
Gary Neal.
Gary Neal. They was only
Hey, Mars, you asked for the.
Kobe 11 rebounds to beat them by 4 in Game 7. Steph Curry ain't getting 11 rebounds. I'm sorry.
Defend fucking Steph Curry. What the fuck are we talking about?
I'm cooking you right now.
But the Spurs, but real talk, the Spurs basically blitz.
I'm looking at Kawhi.
They basically blitz.
Okay. And in the second half, at least in one of these games, I'm looking like Kawhi is the one who's picking this nigga up at half court right now.
Okay, if it's Kawhi, then cool. Okay.
And then another possession is Danny Green. In the first half, he was cooking TP, but then they start putting Danny Green and Kawhi on this nigga. So do I think there's a single nigga throughout maybe Bruce Bowen, but do I think outside of Bruce Bowen, do I think there's a single nigga in the Western Conference that's as good as fucking Kawhi or Danny Green defensively standing in front of Curry? No, outside of Bruce Bowen, no.
Outside of Bruce, Bruce is.
Outside of Bruce, at what time?
No. Andre Karolinko.
It's like you ignore everything. It's like low. It's like the playoffs. It's like low ignores every. It's like low ignores everything that was said.
The nigga called Portland an old ass team where they were like top 3 in defense that year, dog.
Yeah. What was that, man?
Tony Allen.
An old team can't be top 3 in defense.
Tony Allen
came in like.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say.
Hold on. I thought you were just saying who else in the West.
No. During the first year,
a healthy J Kidd. If you're saying that Jason Kidd was hurt, but a healthy J Kidd.
A healthy J Kidd would also been a problem, but he was unfortunately hurt in that series. So in the series that they played, the best defender would have been Bruce Bowen. That's it. And if you want to argue that, that's fine. But a nigga just looking at defensive rating, but not looking at the personnel on the roster and telling me, oh, Scottie Pippen and Detlef Schrempf would have been defenders on fucking Steph Curry. Even if it's 2014 Steph Curry, that is a dumb argument.
But they also
early. It's fine. Early. It's fine. Early, it's fine because a man not acknowledging the era of basketball, the lack of space, and the physicality that players need to have, the hand checking rule that's in place there to sit here and knock Curry off his spots more. A man that doesn't acknowledge that at all. I mean, it's insane to me. Like, I think it's dumb not to acknowledge that as well. So you keep talking about this, you keep acknowledging this one-on-one shit, and I'm telling you, but completely ignoring that, completely ignoring that, especially at that time, that you needed to be physical and athletic to sit here and be able to get your shit off because of the way that they was playing ball at that time.
When the hand checking stop anybody great?
Curry was undeniably more than athletic enough to get by Bonzi Wells and
to handle physicality.
You think he get by Scottie?
To handle physicality.
You don't even know that game. No, you just saying that.
It's not even about getting by them. It's about handling physicality.
I agree.
The only way Steph Curry's being successful is if he shoots lights out. He better go 8 for 10 every game. Because they're not getting to the cup.
And y'all got to understand, Steph Curry in the early years was nowhere near strong to finish that.
Why do we stop to listen to this nigga? Why does he
cooking right now, man?
Talking about he doesn't have to shoot 8 for 10 for him to be successful. Curry would have.
But you're saying he's getting to the cup. You say he's getting past him, right?
That doesn't mean he has to get to the cup. Are you crazy?
Giving
You can
it
pull
to
up for a
Shaq.
mini.
So okay, Steph Curry pull up for a minute. Okay, all right.
Curry's good at that.
Why wouldn't
Why wouldn't Curry be and on top of that, we're talking about 14, 15, and 16 Curry, who was an amazing has amazing floater. So why would he not be able to stop and not get? He don't have to get to the.
No, we're talking about 2013, 14, 15. Don't add
So,
16 in there. Don't try to slide 16 in there.
Low, can I ask you a question, Low? Who is Steph Curry cover on ball when Sabonis is running Jokic like pick and roll? Who is he covering on ball?
Who is he running Jokic pick and roll?
Who is he covering off ball when Sabonis is running pick and rolls from the
Damian Stoudemire.
Okay. All right.
The nigga that's
play.
best.
Okay.
I didn't say he couldn't play, but is he giving up so much? Is he giving up so much production that Damian Stoudemire is all of a sudden going to be able to match the output? No, he's just going to defend the
Sabonis was like that back then.
Sabonis
was doing that, not at his level, but it's like something like that.
What does that have to do with Curry though?
He's saying Sabonis will expose Steph Curry's defense.
He's going to get worn out defensively because they're going to make sure they cut to the basket.
We do have to take into account that this is worse defensive Steph also. 2013.
This is straight liability. But what I'm saying is those teams back then had players on the roster that
every team had
Curry, every player had a really bad offensive player on the roster, damn near. So Curry could have undeniably been hitting on some really bad on defensive players. I mean, offensive players.
You just put my Bonzi well.
How are the Portland Trailblazers defending a pick and roll with Steph Curry?
I don't think anybody's defending pick and roll with Steph Curry. I don't
with Shaq setting even really don't matter. How would they? How would they?
They didn't defend it with Kobe and Shaq either. So like they're not.
No one didn't say that, Dub.
Yeah, nobody. But I'm not saying nobody's saying that they defending it like that.
Okay, so that's my point. That's the point I'm making. That these teams that we're referring to outside of Bruce Bowen, and if you want to throw Chrissy in there, fine. But outside of really Bruce Bowen, I don't think that any of these teams have the personnel to do what you're saying. Even when you're talking about shrinking the floor, I don't think any of these teams have the personnel that you're referring to that would shrink the floor so much so that would really alter Curry's game enough to And if anything, when you have these players like this nigga talking about Sabonis on the fucking floor, it would also provide advantages for Curry as well. Like nigga, Sabonis being on the floor. Nigga, Sabonis being on the floor with fucking Curry is crazy.
But again, I just think we agree on the offensive output because I don't think you're accounting enough the physicality and the athleticism that he would need to have in that era and the hand checking that they would be able to do on that. And I don't think
trapping Steph. No, I think that would be the. And again, that would be the defensive.
I'm not gonna lie. If the Lakers then are having two players
to leave Shaq in the short roll,
you're gonna double Steph to leave Shaq one.
Yeah, trapping Shaq. Having two players you would have to trap or double is crazy.
Stop it.
That's the.
I mean, that was Kobe and Shaq, but
that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. That's crazy.
We forgetting that Shaq on the team. Y'all keep saying all this stuff Curry got to do.
And I don't see, and I don't, and again, like I don't even see some of the times when Kobe was showing up in the clutch for them to win that Portland Trailblazers.
Now you got,
and that's something that Steph has religiously not been able to do.
You got that one.
I was gonna bring that up.
I'll be honest with you, Dub. I don't think that it would even get to a game 7.
And that's some bullshit. And that's bullshit. And that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's just bullshit.
Now, do I think they sweep the Spurs?
No, that's just bullshit.
They definitely don't.
And that's why we don't have to have this anymore because you're just overrating Stephen Curry because of what you've been seeing, what you've seen them able to do, what you've seen them able to do with illegal screens, other ball handlers, with spacing, and I'm not hearing it.
That first championship, Kobe wasn't great.
So you're telling me? Let me ask you this, Lo. So is 2013 Steph or like 2014 Steph like better than
2000 Kobe?
2001 Kobe?
Offensively, yes.
2000 Kobe. 2000 Kobe.
2001.
No, quit
Go to
that.
fucking-
As we continue,
Go to the fucking gym, Lo. I want to say something. Go to the fucking gym, yo. Fuck you.
There's no way he thinks that 2013 version of 2000 version of Kobe.
But Lo, you do.
That's
Hey,
all
Lo,
it is.
Lo,
It's better than Steph.
If you know Kobe averaged like 2 blocks a game in that series, right?
They're saying
Nah, 1.5.
Kobe averaged over 2 blocks a game in that.
And that's great. Again, I don't think he needs to do those things. You're naming things that I don't think that Curry would need to be done to beat a team.
Curry wouldn't have to rebound. Curry wouldn't have to defend.
He has a different role.
Like that's what I'm saying.
I have to.
They needed everything from Kobe to win that series.
But they're also the deficiency and flaws that Kobe had that also aided in it as well.
Offense.
So you're talking about this through a lens as if like they're saying their flaws are going to be the same. They're going to be defended the same. They're not. They're just not.
People thinking about 04, 05,
at that
06
time
Kobe.
that it would make up for a lot of the stuff.
Do I think Curry's offense would be so advanced, paired with Shaq offense as well, that it would prevent them from going from a game 7? Yes.
Wow.
Super chats.
Okay, we can. Everyone can agree to disagree. I gotta end the show. There is a bunch of super chats that
How is this a Clipper topic? I ain't talking about the Clipper. That's crazy.
Man, because they turn.
We spoke about him for 5 minutes, but Hollow Furby said he had to drop $10 because Dub was cooking. Thank you. Toast the Goat said Shaq screens would be crazy, but Dub's chatting. Thank you. Does Dub hate Curry? Yes.
Shaq didn't even like pick and roll. Like
thank you to Ike Jacob for the super chat.
He never did.
What is Jalen Green's ceiling? Bill Russell. Is Trey a top 5 point guard right now? And was he last year? No one know. Steph is not making
D-Fox top 3 though right now.
Game 1 of the NBA Finals, not at 21, not at any age. He's definitely not leading the Lakers in blocks like Kobe in the Western Conference Finals in 2000. Thank you, greatest. And Clad Diamond said both Curry and KD are still top 10 players in year 17 and year 15. In my opinion, they are better than both Kobe and Tim Duncan.
KD not top 10, bro. Stop it.
He not.
Thank you for watching the show.
You know that Kobe was good in year 17 too, right?
I got